Greetings and salutations, Dota fans. It is I, Badger, back for some more League of Legends Season 9 action. It is playoff, losers, quarterfinals, and I'm joined by a very special guest. A man of many titles. Some know him as Jim, some know him as Rook, some know him as Salacious Sea Lion 62. It is a man with an all-time lifetime winning record in the DPC. It is Rook. How are you tonight?
I'm chilling, bro. I'm excited to watch him dodo with Badger, who's a very cool guy. Please subscribe if you haven't.
I appreciate you shilling my channel, but regardless, we are here for Polar Ass taking on the Feast of US East. Polar Ass. They had a rough start to the season. They got 8th place in their group, barely squeaking the playoffs. Here they are now in the top 6. Feast of US East. They dominated their group. They have done well up until the playoff winner semis, which they lost to Bing Chiling. So, both these teams divergent paths. And I'm excited to see who ends up on top tonight.
Dan King's a good hero, so I'm leaning towards Polar Ass.
This is true. It is also it's a very popular here at the pro scene right now. I mean, Sand King, very
I'm
very
really
powerful.
curious what they're gonna pick with Tusk, because I think usually when you see Sand King, like you want to like respond pick with like something that's strong against it in lane from like pause 5. Like you want to pick like Undying, or you can also go like the save route where you pick like Omni, which has been, but pick pick something that either cancels Sand King engage or like punishes him super hard in lane. This just looks like this looks like a fine off lane, but you already have two like melee heroes into Sand King, which you like don't necessarily love.
This is, I've noticed a lot of melee strength heroes in general. They've been in vogue right now, and I guess we're seeing it here as well. I mean, Tusk, Mars, Sand King, all melee strength heroes.
Yeah, I mean, I think the off lane doesn't really like outside of maybe Venomancer and Viper. There's not really like other like types of heroes getting played. It's pretty much just all like strength initiators. For the most part, Medusa. Well, this is a good core 1-2 opening. A good 5-8 pick. I don't really. I feel like they probably should have banned Mars though if they wanted to play Medusa. Medusa really doesn't like Mars because like early on in the game, like he's just strong at killing her, and then like in the mid game, Bulwark in combination with the Arena can make it really hard for Medusa to actually do damage to people. Like Medusa just wanted by BKB, so that means she A can't walk through Arena. Like B, she's ranged, so she only hits like she can't hit the Arena. And then C, like Bulwark can like just tank a lot of the damage for your team and eat the projectiles.
It's one of those things where I mean, Dusa really she's good at two things. It's being very tanky, and it's putting out split damage. But Mars, you mentioned the Arena and the Bulwark, very good at reducing that split damage potential. So potentially, if the Feast of US East can get a good single target carry matchup into Dusa, these fights could go really well for them.
Yeah. Um, I see that they're choosing to ban out the melee counters, which makes sense because thinking is also bad against like the AM Ursa. But I'm typically I'd be more worried about like a TB or a Drow. Maybe they just think that those heroes will be easy for tanking to deal with. I'm not sure. Uh,
And no surprise
Hmm.
with all the bans. A lot of strength heroes, a lot of tanky strength heroes getting banned out in the bans. It's funny looking at these bans, like, alright, it's mostly, tanky strength heroes, and there's this Puck and Anti-Mage. Just like, alright, hello, Puck, Anti-Mage. Those are very specific player-targeted bans right there. And Breeziar, Puck, best in the league. Near Anti-Mage, probably best in the league as well, if not. It's also good against Medusa, so it makes a lot of sense to ban out in this case.
They can also totally crush tanking in lane. But a lot of times like the AM players mess up and they don't like bully the tanking level 1, and then the tanking crushes them.
One of those weird lanes where you almost don't want to kill the Sand King, you just want to leave him at low mana and leave him sad. If you kill him and he actually returns with Burrow Strike and Sandstorm, it's like, alright, no spells. Making sure you have no spells in lane. Buy a Soul
If
Ring,
you have
buy
a
some
really strong
Mangoes.
laning 5, you can honestly like chain kill them on repeat, like a Jakiro or an Ogre. Well, maybe not Ogre, because like Ogre's kind of awkward, but with AM, um, but there are some lanes that can like chain kill Sand King with AM. The thing is, like, you have to really bully him level 1, and that usually doesn't happen.
Now, once you get like level 3, especially level 4 on Sand King, then you start getting a little bit stronger. You can man up in the lane, and you see a lot of Sand Kings even in these bad lanes. Even if even really any lane, if you have a bad lane on Sand King, it's not too hard to say start cutting the wave and dragging the enemy creeps into the jungle creeps or beyond your tower. There's a lot of means of just avoiding interacting in the lane as Sand King, which is part of the reason why he's so good right now. Is you can avoid interacting with the enemy in a way while a lot of other offlaners can't.
Yeah, and honestly, Tanking usually just needs to get like level 3, and then he's honestly like gonna probably out farm or win like most lanes as long as he didn't get totally crushed getting to level 3. Um, and it's pretty easy to do nowadays, especially because like you can pull the second wave and like no camps have spawned yet, and right, and you can like block through the camps, and like, it's usually pretty easy to secure Tanking's level 3 unless your opponents like actually know what they're doing. Main, okay,
One thing I
that's a
am
good
excited
laning
for
hero.
is the thought of a potential Tusk flex. Like it's probably gonna be the 4, but we've seen this Dire team, pick Tusk mid multiple times in the last few months, so you never know. We could be seeing a Tusk mid tonight.
I'll be honest, I wouldn't like it into Medusa Tanking. I'm not totally
Oh,
opposed. Ooh, Abaddon.
let's go. They
That's a good
won.
pick.
Polar S won.
Yeah, actually, Polar S's heroes are looking way better right now. I might let the curse because I almost used the curse word, but
Hey, you're fine.
okay.
As long as you don't get me banned on Twitch, it's fine.
No, I mean, I was just gonna say like Polar S's heroes are so much like fucking better, bro. Like, I don't know. I mean, they're looking that these are some strong, solid picks.
I'm actually a little bit concerned. Like, I mean, they had this Mars, which is nice, but it feels like Radiant have good tools to just keep the Dusa alive perpetually. I mean, this large AoE hero in the Sand King, the Abaddon spells. I mean, shielding in Spain, very cool. Even
One thing I
though
will say is that Mars can like Arena can split up Medusa from the Abba and like other heroes. And I will say this lane like Dire can really destroy this lane if they like get the wave on their side and they like are like honestly like if this lane is ever on their side they should just completely wipe them. But like I don't know. I don't really like to predict lanes and lads. You know what I mean?
I understand, it's one of those things where it's a lot more volatile, especially when you have, say,
Yeah.
like 7K player playing against a 5K player, which happens a lot in lands where you have, like, say, one 7K core playing against one 5K core.
Yeah, yeah. It just kind of I mean it's also just that like a lot of lanes only work specific ways if you like really like know how they work. Cause like otherwise like random things just happen. Like on like if you watch like two 7Ks versus two 7Ks that like are just kind of random randos, like there's a good chance that like the lane's not being played how it like should be. Like, no flame, but it just like some lanes are very finicky, if that makes sense. Like they're very delicate. And if neither side knows that they're delicate, two bulls are just storming through a shop.
Sometimes once you start getting ahead in these really volatile lanes, you start snowballing out of control. The lane where on paper might be even. If you get, say, a good first wave CS wise, get a kill you probably shouldn't get, then it starts snowballing out of control. And a lot of these heroes are very good from ahead in these lanes. I mean, here, hero like Mars or Sand King, you get ahead on Mars, you get ahead on Sand King, you start running the train, get a lot of kills in those lanes.
Dark Willow. Oh, so this is mid Tusk. It looks like.
We're looking at, I mean,
I'm a
it's,
lot.
yeah, probably.
Okay, so the one good thing about mid Tusk versus Medusa is that you can just kick them out of the fight with the Ags, but like, gonna be honest, still not really a believer in it. But I mean, it's not like you can't win. I just think that like, it's kind of awful at actually killing the Medusa, but it is really good at displacing her though. Also, I'm not really the biggest fan of this Hoodwink pick. I mean, it's a good laner. Let's go Sand King and lane for sure. But I think they probably wanted more like solid control for like Hoodwink is control, but it's not really like very good control, you know?
I think there's a good chance this last Polar ass core here will be a control based core, though, whether it's Sand King mid, Philistine one of the strength offlaners, or even, say, Sand King offlaner and then a Spear hero for whole city, or like a Magnus for whole city. I always said Kunkka, but Kunkka's banned right now, so I think there's a good chance that they'll get crowd control with this last pick, and suddenly you have Sand King plus a crowd control core plus Bushwhack should be good enough, right?
Yeah. I'd like bat for them. Like bat Bat Hoodwink Insane King could just run around killing people all the time and then give us Medusa. I'm really surprised that Terrorblade isn't banned though. Like, I know that they have Sand King, but like the Dire team should really, if they play Terrorblade, they probably should take Terrorblade. Like, past Sand King's like Sand King and Hoodwink's damage kind of fall off early if they're not really like super getting far ahead. Like it looks like a rather strong TB game. How one? What are you doing?
I know Nier's not the biggest C player in the world, but he certainly is capable of playing. Like, he's not necessarily say KU, but he can most certainly play the hero at a competent level at a LAS level.
How one? What are you doing?
I mentioned the bat pick though. Actually, I like the bat pick a lot. I know Whole City enjoys the hero. It feels like it should be a good lane into Tusk as well. So
I feel like it's gotta crush it. If it doesn't like get totally stomped, like starting from level 3, the lane's probably unplayable for Tusk. If I like, I'm pretty confident that the lane should become unplayable. How one? What are you doing?
that would mean I'm sure the Feast would probably go for hero like.
Sorry about that, Badger.
That's alright. I'm not sure what carry they would go for in that case. Maybe a hero like Slaughter with the Self Purge, or like a Manta Mine carry, just to purge off all the bat spells. But that's that'll be a problem if the bat comes out. It'll be the DP instead. Much more of a very standard metacore pick. Could be 3 with Sand King mid, could be mid with Sand King 3. They're likely going to wait to see exactly what their offlane matchup will be, whether it's the DP offlane or the Sand King offlane doing better into this.
I'm pretty sure
carry.
both those heroes are pretty bad against Bat, by the way. If they wanted to pick it, like if the raid Dire. I mean, the thing is they have Abaddon, but I don't know. But both teams would have liked Bat, but yeah. Oh wait, no, I keep forgetting that this is core Tusk and that like, never mind. They need a carry.
Messing with the calculations. It will be a Drow Ranger carry though for
Oh,
Polar
this is a
S.
good pick.
This is definitely it'll be a Sand King off lane into the Drow safe lane, DP going a middle lane.
Just a number.
This is that was a good pick. It's a good hero here.
I mean, other than the Sand King, their means of actually getting on the Drow are very, very bad. And I'm sure Drow between Hurricane Pike, BKB, possibly a Manta, show a lot of tools to get away from the Sand King in this game.
Yeah, this is a strong Dry Ranger game. One thing is that DP can go like Blink Rush and then just go back for like BKB Shivas, and they become really good against Dry Ranger that way. Not sure if it'll happen, but DP can be an answer to Drow before she's like super crazy scaled. If they just go Blink Rush, you can just get on top of her and just like ruin their day before they have a BKB.
How does the Drow versus Dusa carry matchup work? It's one of those things where Drow just wants to outrange the Dusa and just kill her?
It's basically where like Drow like absolutely shreds Dusa 1v1. It's like just demolishes Dusa. The downsides to Drow and why you don't see it like insta pick like against this hero is that obviously like it's never gonna be as tanky as Medusa. Like it's always like Medusa is less threatened by the other 4 heroes in the enemy team than that Drow is, right? Also, Drow kind of needs to have like Drow needs to have a good lane. Like Drow just cannot farm it like at all compared to Medusa. Medusa's like just it doesn't matter. Like, you can honestly be really bad and get insane GPMs on Medusa. On Drow, like you don't really have that comeback mechanism, which is like probably the biggest issue of playing Drow into Medusa, right? Like if you're at even gold, you're gonna completely shred the Medusa, but there's a high chance that Medusa's just gonna be 5k gold ahead of you if you both have good starts and no one contests Medusa in her jungle, you know?
I see what you mean, and I mean, I guess a lot of this game is going to be on what Nier does individually on the Drow Ranger. I mean, he's traditionally one of the better carries in LADs season in, season out. He's a very reliable player, so it'll be fun to see exactly what he does.
Also, I'm pretty sure that they can totally stomp the Sand King lane with these heroes, but if they like mess up at all, they also can feed so easily.
Huh.
What are you?
If you are just joining us, welcome to game number 1 of the losers bracket quarterfinals between Polar S on the Radiant and the Feast of US East on the Dire. My name is Badger. I'm joined by Rook, aka Jim, aka Salacious Sea Lion 62. Hopefully, we are in for a fun series here. I mean, I'm real excited for this one. I mean, we have 2 of the more two of the more entertaining teams in Lads, in my opinion. I know Whole City often makes some very interesting Dota to watch. And then on the dire side, we have this Mars player, the Beast of US East, a man who I've spoken very, very highly of for a reason.
Dude, I love the Beast of USCs. That guy is a beast. I love him.
He is. I got heat for saying it, but he is the most electrifying player in Lads for a reason. He is. He makes some crazy plays, man. Some of them bad, some of them good, but all of them absolutely wild.
Do you know that during the very first DPC qualifiers, like the very OG ones, I played them with Beast of US East.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, I was a lot lower MR back then. It was me, Beast of US East, Sev, Fatal, and Ka. It was pretty pog.
How did it go?
We did not qualify, but it was a good time. I
How
think
far
we did-
away were you from qualifying, though? Were
I
you,
think
like,
we were
one and
one
done,
series
or-
away from making it to close quals.
That's pretty good. That's pretty respectable.
It's been a long time though. I don't really remember. So like, someone could actually check if they were that interested. But I mean, I think we were, I don't know, we were okay. We were good considering our low MR status. Like we weren't super low anymore, but like, yeah, definitely weren't high anymore. Let's see.
Now we are seeing this DP Tusk lane, which is definitely not a normal lane, one you don't necessarily see in your normal matchup spread. How does a DP Tusk lane? Is it like this farm lore, or how does that work?
DP Tusk. I feel like it's gonna start off with them just both farming, but I feel like the DP can like bully Tusk out of lane so easily. Also, if this DP decides to like put 2 points in E at level 3, they could try to kill him and like just if the wave's on their side, just walk him down literally all the way to his tower. But I think this lane should be like really DP favored. Like the first few levels are okay, but afterwards, like the Tusk just gets hardcore spammed out. If I had to guess, it should look pretty one-sided for DP by the 5-minute mark on CS and whatnot.
That's about what I would expect as well. We'll have to see if it ends up happening. Or whether it's more or less things more on paper. We're seeing bottom lane, perhaps First Blood will come out. Jinx and Nephilim both are extremely low. Curse Crown will stun the Abaddon. The Beast has a spear. First Blood instead goes to Sonagod, so both supports go down. Sonagod grabs the First Blood. Now it's a good day to be cores. Medusa, Mars, very happy for sure.
Yeah, I see that the Beast of US East is dropping. He's going big on the stats. I like it. He's gonna have 2 bracers right now off this. I like this against Medusa where you just intend on like hardcore playing the lane and like just fighting a lot. I like it. I feel like top will become a really volatile lane where it's gonna be one side like chain feeding on the other. Although who knows what'll happen, but usually like Drow with another range sup into like a melee like offlaner, they either like completely crush him or they like hardcore feed. And I'm curious to see which one it will be.
We mentioned the Mars as well going heavy stats, and its top lane core is doing the same. Filski, Bracer. I think he's on our Bracer on Courier or something. Correction, he's going Bracer into Vanguard versus Drow is going double Wraith Band. So it's a good day for Bracer and Wraith Bands. That's for damn sure. A lot of exposure.
Stings, don't it?
Alright, we are. Oh, never. I was gonna say. I thought we were good to go. We saw G's from both teams in the chat. We're not good to go though. We're still chilling. We're
Oh no, now they're going.
okay, now we're going. We're back. Minute 2. Well, it will at least be 2 games. It could be 3 games. We'll have to find out on that.
This
one.
Abaddon has a lot of regen for their Medusa.
Good.
That the Medusa's probably gonna be pretty happy. That's so much regen. Oh my god. He started with 6 tangos and he has 2 salves in his inventory. Only has 1 mango. Kind of light on mana regen for himself. Cause like on Abaddon, instead of using like health, you'd prefer to like trade your health through a photic shield to like tank damage for your Medusa as opposed to your Medusa getting hit. But I mean, it's not like the biggest deal. I'm sure that if you just buy enough regen, any lane is playable.
He has a stick as well, so at the very least he has that means to regain some of his mana. Other than that, though, Abaddon chilling. We are seeing a tip come out in the top lane. Not sure what Notorious did, to warrant that tip, whether it was good or bad, but the tip did come out. We're seeing relatively even CS top lane. It is Sand King slightly on top for now, though. 14-2 versus Drowse 10-1. You mentioned how it could be a snowball-y lane. Well, snowball, it could be starting soon.
Yeah, I mean, both sides are playing it super passively. So, like, nothing really too intense has happened there. Like, both sides are, like they're really just hitting creeps, you know? I mean,
Bot
Drow's
lane,
probably
though,
happy about
Abaddon
that.
will actually not die quite yet. He'll pop the stick. He'll be gone on by Jinx. Jinx is low. Nephilim is low. And somehow nobody is dead. There are 3 incredibly low heroes in the bottom lane, but there are no deaths.
I really don't like the Curse Crown level 2. I see a lot of people, like, a lot of people will say, like, oh, you should take this to set up for your Mars Spear, but, like, no, your Mars can, like, WQ, and, like, they can't really dodge it when they have no boots. So, not the biggest fan of that. I didn't see exactly how the interaction went, but I'm sure if they had W, they would have got a kill instead.
Instead, it is top lane where the kill happens. Bane tanked a lot of caustic finale damage and went down. They want a second kill, being that near Drow Ranger. Sticks are pop, Bushwhack will hit, and near he will drop. Double kill for Cello Mellow and Polaras are up to a 3-1 lead. Back to bottom lane. Curse Crown is there on Nephilim, but it's paired with a shield. Now Jinx, the Beast, they're being run at. They're trying to escape the Beast. Will also survive, though. Never mind, he just walks in and tanks a Mist Coil. Overstep from Jinx, he will go down there, so it's 4 kills now for Polaras.
Yeah, surprisingly, the shining beacon of laning is the Tusk, who has 27 last hits, actually 3 over Drow. Not really sure how that's happening, but it is, so, I mean, good for him. He's going the no points in E build, which is pretty interesting. I guess that's just how he's getting so much farm.
And Breeziar is a wild individual. He goes through some real interesting builds in terms of skill builds and item builds, so not too shocked he's experimenting with the Tusk build here.
I saw Gunnar do it. Like when he plays Tusk mid, this is what he does. Let's see. I mean, lane's definitely going the way of Radiant for now, but I mean, nothing too crazy. Like the Drow lane is pretty happy. I mean, like Drow's getting good EXP and good last hits, and honestly, her lane was probably the most like they could have been hard feeding, but instead they're just like they died twice and whatever.
We are seeing Exo popped middle lane by Whole City. This T1 tower may become damaged. Snowball stuns, punch hits. Is there a kill? Siphon is the turn. Breeziar wants to kill, though. He's taking the T1 tower on DP, and DP will barely get away. So the Exo might be wasted, though neither mid laner will die for now. For now.
Ooh, the Tusk just found a Arcane Rune off that. That was really good for him. Curious to see if he's gonna immediately look for a kill or just push out mid once.
Well, we're seeing Jinx distract the Radiance team for a little bit, but he dies for it, so that's now a 5th kill. And it's a 6th kill as well. Top lane, Notorious on the Bane drops as well. Polaras, they are off to quite the good start right now.
Yeah, this is not an amazing look right now. There's just kind of a lot of deaths on Dire's side. There's not really another way to put it. I mean, they have really good spells to play around, like pretty much the entirety of like the early mid game. So it's not good that they're losing their lanes, because like honestly they probably should be winning their off lane, and their safe lane like could go either way, but they probably should. Ooh,
I think a big
Nier's
dive
looking-
top lane. Nier is surviving. Solo from Breeziar will hit on Shadow Mellow. The punch will bring him very low. Nier actually dies to the damage from the Acorn shot and the Bushwhack. So it ends up being a 1-for-1 trade. Nier, I'm sure, is not happy with that one.
Yeah, he just kind of greeted, looked like he wanted the last hit, and then that turned into timely Bushwhack and demise. Tusk has gotten pretty active, but not really gotten the gold he would have liked out of this Arcane Rune, I think. I think he should be more so looking to like go bottom, because if the Medusa's ever in the arena, they just die. There's not really like, there's no what's or ifs about it. They'll just die.
Well, the lanes, they have already broken down at minute 7, nearest TP to mid. He is done with Sand King. We are seeing a bit of action in the Radiant side jungle. Jinx died there earlier, looking for a bounty rune now. Not quite sure why he's there again, but he's taking a lot of damage. The Barrel Mace is dropped. Nephilim wants to kill, but will not find it quite yet. With the Misclo, he does! So Jinx goes down. As that happens, it's whole city fighting mid lane in a 2v2. He's shielded by Nephilim near low. Whole city low. Breeziar wants to go to the haste room, but cannot find the kill. The punch is still on cooldown. So as a result, it's just one kill on Dark Willow. As top lane instead, Filski tries to run down Notorious, but Bane is just a little bit too fast for now.
Yeah, I think that rotation wasn't the happiest for Drow because she like ported mid to get farm, and then she just ended up like being in this awkward like standoff. Um, hmm, I think Dire definitely needs to get themselves on the board in a meaningful way, and they probably should be looking to do that with Arena, but they're kind of like they're kind of going to everywhere that doesn't have Arena, and that's not the best idea.
And the Arena has been firmly in the bottom lane, just farming some creeps. I mean, he's doing not that well on a farm, though, on the Mars. I mean, he's 3,200 net worth versus Sand King's 4,000 net worth. Most of that is those kills earlier, but you mentioned how Radiant's cores are all doing well, and they're still doing very well as they have top lane on Notorious. FPSG was cancelled by Filski. Bit of an interesting cancel, but instead they'll go with the Hoodwink and the Sand King without Epi. Epi is now popped looking damage both heroes. Snowball will delay the damage of the Breeziar as Snowball now stuns Cello Mello. Bushwhack will hit on the Tusk as the T1 tower top lane goes down. Tusk is now silenced by the Abaddon's curse. Sandstorm adds some more damage. Breeziar is incredibly low. He'll actually shard block 3 heroes away, but it's a 4v1 and he has no TP out, so that will be eventually a kill. He's delaying it for a long time, nearly punches down Cello Mello, but it's another kill for Polar.
Honest, that could have been so bad if the DP just chose to like stay mid instead and like use their Exo on the tower, and then they would have lost mid tower right there, and then they could have like walked bottom with the Cardi and taken all out our towers at minute 10. So they actually kind of got bailed out because that could have been so bad. I mean, the game's already looking a bit rough, but honestly, like they have so many ways to get kills. They just kind of need to like utilize them. Like they can smoke with grip. Bane's gonna hit 6 off the wave. Oh, the Drow is the tome. That's not what I want to see. I think this Dark Willow definitely needs tome so that they can utilize the Arena Terror as combo, as it's a pretty good combo, some might say.
It's probably the main reason why they picked the Dark Willow in particular, but for now, it'll be delayed. I mean, level 4 with no tome is going to be a while longer. You mentioned Exo, it is now popped. It is mid lane for that T1 tower with the minute 10 catapults. Tower low. Breeziar arrives. DP is silenced. Rena's there on 2. DP is 1/4 HP and now goes down. They moved Abaddon, who has no ultimate. He will perish as well, so it's 2 kills. 1 on DP, 1 on Abaddon, and Breeziar looks for a 3rd kill. Snowball is up again, but they cannot find an appropriate target. As a result, it's only 2 kills. But Radiant want to defend. They want to still fight. Filski is setting up with the Sandstorm. Obs were dropped. There is dust available if they want the Sand King. Sentry, dust, both used. Grip is there, though, canceled by Bushwhack. Now Spear will latch Sand King to the Ice Shard. Sharpshooter hits with Bane. Bane will go down. It's a great for Sand King. Now, Chelamel is the new target. Silence misses from the Gust. And Radiant are respawning into the fight. Abaddon's back. DP is returning, and Dire are scattering. Tusk is incredibly low. He certainly will go down eventually. The question is not if, but when. He's trying to duke the Ice Shard, but the Urn will hit him. Right clicks. Grip Swarm, that'll be enough. Really interesting trade mid lane. I think it's overall still in Dire's favor, but that's a lot of action going on there.
I think it was in Dire's favor, but I think the dive honestly might have flipped it to slightly Radiant favored. I mean, it definitely flipped into Radiant. It definitely shifted it to Radiant favored, and the fact that they ended up losing their tower after successfully holding against Exo. Yeah, I mean, like, as rough as the game is right now for Dire, it could be a lot worse. Like, the Drow's, like, not having a good game, but, like, they're having kind of an okay game. They're level 8. Their Mars is going to have Blink Dagger pretty soon, so that's good for him. Medusa's going to become a threat pretty early on, which not the happiest thing for Dire, but, I mean, they do have answers. They have Arena, they have Ags if Tusk ever goes that way. They have Drow. Plenty of options. Dude, oh my god. Dire has like so many weird wards. Like they have too many weird wards, bro.
Yeah, they have multiple wards around that mid T1
They
tower.
have like 3 of them, like
They have
stacked
the
up.
outpost ward, and then they have a shallow jungle ward that's expiring now. Certainly an eclectic mix of wards. Over to bot lane again. It's whole city being gone on. So Siphon. In comes Stolsky with the Epi and the Burrow. Burrow not there in time for It's there on 3. They spear the DP. Can they heal? That AP siphoning rapidly. Sharpshooter is channeled, looking for a kill on somebody. It will miss entirely. Now Radiant with Exo active. Run at Jinx. Jinx will Shadow Realm and TP just in time. Somehow, nobody dies, though Radiant are chasing. They want something, but they will find nothing. How does nobody die?
Dude, how did DP get through to like the last phase, last pick, bro? That's actually wild.
It's a wild game. You know, it really
Yeah.
is.
I think Dire's behind, so they need to like team fight crisply, but like their target priority and like target choices were very non-optimal, you might say. Ooh,
Or
nice.
actually gets denied by Jinx. That is at least one step in the right direction, but they're going to need a lot more than that. They're down by 6k at minute 14.
Yeah. There's also smoke coming out of the way of Radiant. I'm assuming they're looking for the Drow. That's probably like the only kill that's really worth smoking for at this point, because they could just keep out farming the map. They do have vision of the Drow and they are heading towards her.
There's no blink on Sand King, though. He's one goal short of it still.
Yeah, this is. I mean, this is kind of a way they're putting the Dire back into the game. They actually like could have been farming so much. I think they found the Mars though.
They see the Mars, Bushwhack, into Burrow Strike, into Sharpshooter. That will do it. Down goes the Beast, but it's a trade for Whole City, who got caught by a Dire side 3-man gank in the Radiant jungle. So, sure, you lose your Mars, but you get arguably a more valuable kill in that DP. And during all that, your Drow is still farming, not being ganked, not being killed, so it's not too bad. I mean, the net worth has gone down by 1k from that play, so that's only 5 more k to go.
Yeah, honestly, good luck for Dire. Radiant spent a lot of time running around when they could have just been like farming the entire map because they're way stronger. That's good for them. Let's see. During this pause, by the way, I think this is a great time to subscribe to Badger Data. I will be using my Prime sub right now. Let's get the train started.
We're on a 2-minute delay, by the way, so
Oh,
not going to see that for 2 minutes.
Twitch Prime chain, please. Share.
I mean, I appreciate the contributions from anybody, you know, gotta get that dirty esports money somewhere. Thank you for the sub, by the way, Mr. Andy Bendy's fan.
No problem. Just gotta keep, trying to keep the stream going.
I appreciate it, you know, it's always good to keep it going. I mean, it's...
Dude, Dark Willow's got an Axe Kita, by the way. Not a fan. Not a fan. It's
What?
a little early for that.
I agree wholeheartedly, yeah. I mean, it's literally Tranquil Boots, Windlace, Null into full Ags. That's interesting.
Yeah, not the look I'd like to see personally. But you know, I respect their opinion, you know. All love here. I mean, like the game is really Radiant favored right now, but like the thing is Dire has really good like Dire should only get really worried like after Radiant would take the first Roshan, or like maybe like if at 25 minutes like the Drow isn't really farmed, like then they should get pretty worried. This Drow's the answer for Sinking has
Bilski
ported
is
into a fight.
in mid lane. Nier gets defensively nightmared. He'll silence Sand King and the Hoodwink away. Now Dire. They're scattering rapidly. They were there for a bit, did I think like 50 damage to the tower, and they have now left.
Drow's clearing some stacks, you know. Good to be a Drow. Beast of USC, so he is gonna have his blink dagger really soon, so that's kind of big. Gives him strong initiation. There is a smoke from the Radiant once again going to the top side where the Drow is not. So, some good, like, a lot of good things are happening for Dire, but not even like through their own volition. Just like Radiant randomly trying to do things. Like, like this network lead is getting cut into because Radiant just keeps like gambling where Drow is.
I guess they are getting some wards up, so now they'll have in the future better idea of where and when to gamble. But yeah, I mean
Well,
the
they
network
actually
lead.
had a ward up. If you look top right here, they had this ward up the whole time, and like there was never any indication that they even had a single hero there. They just wanted to give it a go.
Maybe they're just kind of hoping someone will walk into there, and if they weren't, it's like, all right, we'll just farm it anyways. We kind of want to be playing in this sort of dire jungle, radiant tri camp sort of area anyway, so why not farm it? Give control for our Ardusa, and hopefully things go well. Things didn't necessarily go that well, but they're chilling. They're having a good time.
I mean, with level 2 DP ultimate, they could try forcing a fight on Roshan, maybe even. I mean, the thing is, DP doesn't have BKB yet, so. But with that, they could actually like force an engagement and try to.
Well, Blink Burrow mid lane, they want the beast of US East. He's half HP, he will tank a sharpshooter, but he's not dead quite yet. Grip is there on Abaddon, canceled now by the activation of the borrowed time. Bane is getting run at, but the beast is kept alive. Bilski has Blink Burrow, will use it on the Bane. So Bane will give his life to save his Mars, a valiant sacrifice. Radiance still have the Exo on DP if they want to activate it, but instead it's Sonagod on Medusa who is solo hitting that top T2 tower.
Yeah. Medusa is rather farmed, but Drow is actually slowly but steadily catching up. This is probably the shining, like, if you think about how long they've been at, like, being at a 5k disadvantage at, like, 11 minutes is, like, the game's over, honestly. Like, or it's not actually over, but it's, like, so hard. It's so hard to come back from that, right? That's such a big difference. But being down 5k at 18 minutes is, like, it's, like, 1/3 as bad, you know? Like, the game stabilized a lot for Dire. Radiant's still the clear favorite, but... Ooh, it looks like they... Oh no, I thought they were going to go force Roshan with level 2 Exo, but...
They're instead going to force the issue on Breezy R. Burrow actually is missed thanks to that cursed crown placed by Jinx, and that's incredibly fortunate for Dire. Again, Radiant try to force the issue and they just don't get a kill.
Okay, now they're walking into the Roche. I think that... I don't even know. I don't know if Dire has any clue what's going on, to be honest.
Doesn't seem like they do. I mean, they have very limited vision, and that vision is nowhere around the Roshan pit. So Roshan, yeah, it's going to die. First Aegis of the game, probably going to go to Medusa. Yeah, she's a slot open. It's going to Medusa.
Yeah. I'm curious how they're gonna leverage this Medusa Aegis, though. It's kind of like, it's not like Medusa's gonna be the best at actually hitting them with this Aegis. Like,
the fight bottom of the arena there on two quarters on the inside. It's a huge kills making him. Vilsky goes down. Whole city goes down. And the feast of US East. What a fantastic jump. Grip is there on Shello Mello. 3 kills. And despite Radiant getting the Aegis, they lose the fight very heavily afterwards.
yeah, I mean, we were talking earlier this game about how they never really like aggressively utilized the Mars Willow combo, but I guess that doesn't matter. Maybe they're just planning on using it defensively every time. It worked out beautifully there. I mean, still not sold on this Dark Willow Ags, but I mean, if they get to it before they lose the game, then like it could be kind of cool. It could be useful, maybe.
I mean, she'll have no attack speed, but you know what? She'll have some damage suddenly, thanks to the Ags itself.
Yeah, I mean, it's the yeah. I hope that they get a good neutral item for Dark Willow, like to just give her some attack speed by then. I don't really like that they gave Medusa the Aegis unless they were planning on going high ground, but I don't really think they can do that with first Aegis this game. And I think it would have been better to give it to an active hero like the Sand King or the DP. Looks like they might be trying to force mid with it though.
And both teams have taken one tier 2, and perhaps Polaras want a second tier 2. Borrow time is activated by the Drow Ranger's multi-shot, so that's at least one tool for the Radiant on cooldown. Dire have Grip available in 32 seconds. But Radiant are just kind of chilling, waiting under Dire signed vision. Nephilim walks into the beast, and now Abaddon's dead. Radiant, go forward, but the snowball will stun on Medusa and DP. Punch will hit. Whole city is low. Terrorize hits on two. Filski's in. Trying to damage Drow Ranger. Drow is just solo. Sharpshooter from long range will miss. Now it's Bedlam active, Arena active, Radiant with the BKB on DP are trying to turn, but Breeziar's a BKB of his own. Burrow hits on Jinx, but it's a trade for Filski. Now Breeziar's running away. He's just so low, but he's just still alive. Near. Instead is the hero who goes down. So it ends up being, I believe, a 2-for-2 trade with Abaddon buying back into the fight. It looked good for a bit, but Dire could not sustain long enough, and now Radiant will claim Dire side tier 2 tower and even begin to threaten high ground.
Honestly, that fight looked like Dire was about to wipe them, but then they just barely let the DP live. They walked a little too far up on some of their other heroes. It was actually like, I thought the game was about to like 180, like completely. But Dire just misplays the fight in these like, you know, these small but like very significant ways. Like not switching targets fast enough, just being positioned like too just, you know what I mean? Like, well, a lot of things happened there, but that could have been, ooh, they're going back in, it appears. Oh, maybe not.
Yeah, Breeziar's just poking around a little bit. I mean, the thing in that 180 you mentioned, we get the 360, we're back where we started again.
Exactly, yeah. I mean, I'm sure that they should have won that fight. They just kind of didn't cast their spells the best, which happens to the best of us, you know? Just how it goes. It was a tough game, you know?
I guess the racks are still alive, but that's a very sad spot where the T3 once was. It's now just it's empty lands.
Yeah. I think they could have actually just totally, completely wiped them unless, like, Core bought back. Instead, only the Abaddon bought back. And that, like, he doesn't really care if he buys back, right? It's not the biggest deal.
His buyback is very, very... I mean, it's currently 468 gold. It's a very cheap buyback.
This DP is finally going back for some defensive items, it appears. Because I think they realized after the last fight, like, oh, hey, like, I probably should have died. So maybe I should get some armor or something. That's a good call.
Epi, Burrow, bottom, but it's actually dodged by Snowball. A good dodge from Breeziar. He'll BKB. He'll turn on Filski. Filski is low. Filski drops. They move to DP, who will BKB into TP. But Sonagod arrives, so Whole City cancels his TP. He has no Exo active, is still on cooldown for 19 seconds. They grip onto Death Prophet. Terrorize will hit, but Abaddon is purged off the Terrorize as well. Snowball will stun Whole City. Whole City goes into the grave as well. It's 2 core kills, and they want Sonagod, but he has 2 lives. A Scotty and Abaddon. Bane will go down, so it's a 2-for-1 trade, but Radiant want more than a Bane. They lose 2 cores for only a Bane there.
There you kind of see the power of the Mars against Medusa in the game, in that, like, Medusa couldn't hit through the wall at the start of the fight. Like, Medusa had to walk all the way around and just missed all this time of effective DPS. This is kind of, like, they haven't really utilized the Mars Arena in this capacity this game, but, like, you can kind of just do that to Medusa every fight and force her to buy a BKB just to be able to walk through Arena. Cat 1, I'm right here. What are you, Cat 1? Oh, you're so cute, but I... Sorry.
I guess we have turned the dual cast into a tri-cast. We've added your cat.
Yeah, I mean, she's just very cute, you know.
Feels good to be
Sorry, unprofessional. you're paying me the big bucks. I shouldn't be talking about my cat.
I was gonna say, if we're being technical, you're not professional until I pay you, and I'm not paying you, so you're not obligated to be professional.
Okay, well, I might have to leave the cast. I was under a different impression. But yeah, the game's shaping up for Dire. Like, this 5k, 4k gold lead, 25 minutes, still not good. Still bad, but it's like 1/10 of how bad the game looked at minute 10.
Burrow on Bane. And Bane, well, I'm not sure if he's feeding or tanking the gank, but that's definitely to use a gem on the ground. But Radiant don't see the gem. It's just a gem sitting.
My God, dude.
They get the gem back! Oh no!
Oh my God, that would have been so bad for Dire. Oh my goodness.
Breeziar, a bottom lane as well, but if he wants to, he'll BKB into TP. He'll Snowball to begin, but once again, it's Snowball into BKB, yeah, BKB TP.
If that Medusa preemptively ulted and he tried to TP without, like, turning directions like he just did, he could have actually died. I think Medusa should have just tried, because, like, the Tusk actually misplayed there. Like, he TP'd, like, but, like, the Medusa never even tried to ulti, so I guess it is irrelevant.
It's one of those things. I'm looking at this net worth lead. It's literally all Dusa versus Drow. It's 4k for Radiant. It's literally that's the difference between Sonagod and Nier right now. It's 4k.
Yeah. No, I mean, like, the Sand King Sand King's not really a hero that likes to be poor. Like that's kind of like an old idea of Sand King. Like nowadays, Sand King kind of wants to have a lot of gold and just be like a total beast. Kind of like the beast of US East. But this Sand King is not like the beast of US East. He's not very rich. Not a good look for him, to be honest.
We are seeing a trade at towers. It is the tier 1 bid for the bottom tier 2, which is, I mean, I'm sure it's good for Radiant, but I'm sure they want more than a trade. They want some kills. Problem is, Dire are dodging nicely. Tusk is middle lane. His BKB's up in 3 seconds, but he actually has no TP this time, so that's dangerous territory. He runs into Chelomel, actually uses it instantly. BKB is still up, but he's being chain stunned. The burrow into the DP silence, into the sharpshooter, brings down Breezy-R. So it's Breezy-R and a tier 2 tower for 2 tier 1 towers. Not a very common trade you see, but it's a trade we got.
Yeah, honestly, not the worst set from Sand King. Oh, okay. I was gonna say if he's the only one who dies from this whole series of events, not too bad. They're probably not too unhappy with that. Tusk is going for the act. If this guy like kicks Medusa far away from the fight every single time, it's actually pretty good, honestly. Like, it's actually pretty useful.
Again with another Yule's cancel. He canceled Breezy-R's attempt at life, and he'll cancel Jinx's TP as well. Now, with Filsky arriving, Jinx certainly will go to the grave. It's another kill for side of Polar Ass, but I guess it is some space created with that death, but that's an unfortunate death.
I think if he just threw out Terrorize at the start of the trade, like, he could have just killed the guy, honestly. Because, like, he didn't have Yule's, right? But, you know, obviously, that wasn't what happened. It's just how it goes, I suppose. Drow Ranger is about to hit BKB. Drow Ranger might be, like, 5k net worth behind the Medusa, but she will have a BKB, and she will absolutely shred Radiant. Death Prophet was smart. They did buy a plate mail. That's very good. You need bonus armor.
Breezy-R, I'm not quite sure what he's doing mid lane walking into a 1v5, but he has done so and he has fed.
It feels good to be this good.
Dire's game's kind of falling apart. They were clawing their way back into the game, but they've just given away like they've given away like 3 really bad kills. So
with the DD on
Medusa's
Dusa,
DD.
oh no. Ranger Axe are already dead. Sonagod's hitting the melees. Jinx is trying to D-push with the Agadems on Dark Willow, but we're seeing a Burrow Strike on Bane. Poor Bane. He is dead again for the 7th time this game, and as will his melee racks. Polar Ass, they will move bottom as well. They're forced out the buyback on Bane's Spear. Will miss from the beast of the US East. Dire will glip, but there's no wave to kill quite yet. There's time to delay for backdoor to come back up, it appears. Exo is still active though, so Polar Ass want to force the issue.
Medusa's mana is getting pretty low. This could be like ooh, I think there's a little too much fear on Dire's end. I think they could have won on the Medusa there. Her mana was like 900 maybe?
Might have been their best chance, and they're smoking up. They know that it's time to go. I'm not sure what they see. They see everything. They see DP, they see Abaddon, they see a lot of heroes showing on a Dire side war, but Dire, they're very slow. They're actually slower than these Radiant side heroes. They cannot catch them.
They could just continue to go. Like this is Dire's moment, guys. This is like, oh no, they're walking back to hit their wave, guys.
Oh.
I was so excited. This was gonna be like their moment, like the underdog story of this game. You know, down 5k gold in 10 minutes, and instead they just go back to their jungle and they hit some neutral creeps.
They had the right idea to go, they couldn't connect and they didn't commit hard enough. Now Breezy-R will tank a Burrow Strike. He's silenced by Whole City, BKB and turn. Arena comes in on 4. Can they get kills? Shallow, dead. Sonagon loses mana. Big kill. They can get it, and they will get it. Filsky now attempts to turn. Grip is there on Whole City. Now canceled. Bane low. Bane still alive. Fulgrim's there on Whole City. Whole City is still kept alive, though. Notorious will drop, but Whole City is the trade now. Filsky is in the 1v3. He goes down. It's a 4-for-1 trade in favor of the Feast of US East. They are down barracks, but they are not down the will to win. And they will walk in and claim the second Roshan of the game.
Radiant initially had overstayed their welcome bottom like significantly, and then Dire like did not. They weren't aggressive enough to capitalize on it. But Radiant makes the bewildering question of running back into them. Like still no Exo, still no Epi. Like fighting into a fresh BKB on Drow, and now it's a game. Like it's I don't want to go so far as to say it's Dire favored. But like, if this Drow lives through another team fight and Medusa doesn't, this Drow can like 1v9 this game. It's aside from the Sand King, it's a superb Drow game. like Medusa is just so bad against this hero. She also did not itemize to deal with the Drow at all. No butterfly, no blink dagger, um, no BKB to just run at her and ulti her. Like this is Drow's chance. They have an Aegis, things are going.
We are
Yeah,
seeing
good things.
Sonic's quick buy. Two items you mentioned, BKB and Swift Blink, but at a certain point it might be too little too late. Near, he is online. He is ready to play Dota 2.
As the kids would say, Pog Dog.
I agree with Shelamello on that one, but we are good to go. We are back to farming. We are in a bit of a stalemate now that Radiant are a bit more reluctant to fight, given Dire have that Aegis. Dire, for their part, can fight, but they're choosing to split instead. By the way, if we're on Jinx watch for his items on Dark Willow, it is Aghanims into Hyperstone into Moonshard on a 4 support.
Honestly, I actually like that he's committing to and getting the moon shard because it's pretty not useful right now. But like, honestly, with the moon shard, it won't be bad. It's actually I'm glad he committed because I might not have agreed with the Ags, but this is you definitely need to commit if you're gonna go the Ags.
He's ready to play. He's usually you want support stuff from the support, but Jinx says no. I am the damage core. We have a Tusk for that instead. Who kicks Mutanagon way into the fight? Burrow is there on Tusk. Breeziar is hasty. Will snowball through the Medusa. Now Filski will BKB and Epi. Both team BKB. Arena is there on 3. It's on 3 core heroes. Terra, it's on 2. DP is low. DP goes down. He's the Sonicon, but he's gripped. And Shield is on cooldown. DP buys back. Sonicon goes down. Dire, they want Filski. Snowball's there from Breeziar. Filski will burrow, and I believe he'll get away this time. But instead, it's Abaddon being chased by the beast of US East. Spear is on cooldown, but it's up in 4. Mars will let his prey run away, but Dire claimed 2 massive core kills, one on Death Prophet, one on Medusa, and they got a buyback out of whole city.
All right, it's time. It's a fair time now to say that the game is looking Dire favored.
I mean, they're up in net worth for the first time literally ever.
Things are crazy, guys and monarchs. Subscribe. Sorry.
We are seeing Nier with Aegis in hands, killing middle lane. It's up for about 2 minutes left. We see Dark Willow is doing the sieging though with her.
Dude, this Dark Willow. Oh my god. I might not have agreed with this on this item build, but they're at least chatting up with it. They're switching to the bottom tower, it seems now. Jar Ranger is very low in resources. Like, this guy's got to be a little bit careful about like dying twice. What did he send out on Crow, by the way? Oh, he sent out a full. He sent out a full butterfly. Oh my god, he hadn't spent gold in a long time.
Breeziar is in. He's zoning away the Radiant from the base. Now, they should kick DP in. BKB is popped. Whole City will pop the EXO as well. Tusk, first part will BKB punch. Brings Whole City into the air, and now Dire are leaving. It's Arena to retreat. Tusk has left entirely. Almost is TPing as well. Jinx will go down. So it's 1 kill on Dark Willow. The remainder of Dire run away. It was actually an interesting trade of BKBs. Dire claimed the bottom T3 tower, and they kind of left.
Honestly, I think their Tusk might have just won them the game there if they were set up better. Like the Tusk, I don't know if the Tusk and them were communicating and like his team didn't want to do it, or like they just said nothing and he tried to do it. But if the Drow was a little farther up and like their teammates were better prepared, I think they could have just killed the DP and then like honestly like double racks them, taking tier 2 top outer tower, I guess. Yeah. Unfortunately, they were not all on the same page, and it just turns into a dead Dark Willow. But I actually think that could have basically been the game there. The kick on the DP just kind of got bailed out by the Dire team, not realizing how strong they were.
If they perfectly changed Thunder as well, it might have been enough.
I don't even. I think that they just needed to like Mars W for the slow, and like damage, and like just let Drow hit her honestly. And the DP like would have died so fast to just the Drow honestly. Like the Drow is really powerful at this point. Don't love that they have a Satanic queued up. Feel like they probably should get an MKB or not MKB. They should get a Hurricane Pike first. Definitely like I don't think they have any Force Staffs on their team. She definitely should buy one of her own in that case.
Yeah, there are no Force Staffs. There are 2 Blink Daggers, but they're on the Mars and the Tusk. It's more of an initiation tool than, hey, I need to help my Drow type tool.
The Medusa is getting a BKB right now, but the question is, will the Medusa know that when she uses the BKB, A, she needs to like run through arena, and B, she needs to run on top of the Drow to cancel her passive and like spam R her.
Well, Bane has been caught in the river. Question is, will Polar Ass find more kills in their jungle? The kick will allow Dire to attempt to retreat. Arena is available as well if the Beast wants to use it. You see Cello hunting. Burr is there on Tusk. Tusk has his BKB. And a TP, perhaps he'll snowball the whole city, kicking the DP even further away, but Radiant find the Mars as well. Near, man fights the whole city will now die back. Arena's there on 3 as well. Multi-shot drains the mana of Sonic on Stone Gates, is now popped. Burrow is there on the Mars. Mars will go down to straight up DP for Mars. Gem is once again on the floor though. They have not picked it up. It's under the hoodwink tree. They don't see it.
Drow is very questionably afraid there. I think that Drow probably could have just walked up there and wiped him. I think Drow's not quite realizing how strong she is, especially because Saint King had already used BKB and she still had hers up, and Medusa's BKB was like in base, like it was on Crow. Maybe I think it's not like the game's over for Dire just because they have this Drow at the spot. Like, Radiant can still definitely get on top of this Drow, and also Drow does not seem to be the most aware of their like. I think Drow doesn't know how strong they are right now. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, it's one of those things where we've seen Drow in the fights just rip apart the Medusa, but she's not necessarily committing in too heavily there.
I think she could have just wiped them all, honestly. Especially with Sand King's BKB being down, she could just W him and then kill the rest. Have her Tusk be a meat shield for her, etc.
There's a lot of things. As you look at Nier as a player, I mean, he's pretty conservative in that sense in terms of the way he approaches Dota. I guess it's not too surprising he's doing this, but it is now time to pounce. It is top 6 in playoffs. It is win or go home. You play to win, baby. You don't play to not lose. You play to win, baby.
I play to not lose. It's my favorite way.
Feels bad, man.
Sorry. I let you down, Badger.
It's okay.
I'll go back to my corner. Sorry. Badger actually keeps me in a corner. For his entertainment. It's a bit sick, but whatever.
What mark do you expect? Have you seen the history of casters in this game?
True. True. Alright. Let's see. Medusa does have the Swift Blink queued up. I like this, especially because Drow still does not have Hurricane Pike queued up, and does not have any Force Staffs on her team. If this Medusa recognizes the lack of Force Staffs, it could be big. Ooh, Bane.
Mid lane, we have found Bane again, tanking the gank, I suppose, at what, 11th death of the game? 10th death of the game.
Bane's been struggling a bit, I'll be honest. I feel bad for the Bane, honestly.
Gem, grab the gem.
Roche
grab
is
the gem,
Roche
grab
is
the
up,
gem.
by the
Please,
way.
for the love of God, see the gem!
Forget
Okay,
about
see
the
the
gem.
gem.
You forget about the gem. This is third Roche, and Dire is not like it's just gonna go the way of Radiant, and it has Ags. This is a big Roshan. Medusa Ags is very strong. Sand King is already buying an Ags, I guess, so he doesn't need it. Honestly, they all have insanely good Ags. Maybe Abaddon's being the worst because there's not really a good target for him to like tank damage from. There's no like black hole or anything. Yes, Cat, I'm right here.
It will be Raindrax bot going down in exchange for the Aegis Cheese and the Aghanim Synth upgrade. Looks like Dusa will grab literally all of it. Aghanim's consumed, Cheese in backpack, Aegis in inventory, and all Dire got in exchange was one measly Raindrax.
To be honest, even though Medusa Ags is really good, it's not the most useful this game. I think it would have actually been better to give it to the Sand King, and he turns his point booster into an Octarine, and he just like... Because I feel like Sand King's kind of the most important hero for Radiant right now. Like, Sand King kind of just needs to get on top of the Drow at the start of every fight. Like, that's their ideal starting condition. Followed up by Medusa, like... Oh no, why is Medusa buying an MKB?
It's this to grab the
Guys,
talent.
if you're playing
No, she
like
doesn't.
if you're playing like one of the ranged heroes who are supposedly who are kind of countered by Drow, like like Terrorblade or Medusa or Luna, like a lot of times you should just buy Blink, like the Swift Blink item, and jump on top of them and man fight them, and you'll win. Like obviously, like that sounds really simple, but and it's not quite that simple. But like yeah, it's very good to cancel Jaw's passive if her Jaw's passive is killing you. You know what I mean?
Maybe Sonic God just doesn't care about the Drow. It's like, you know what? I'm Dusa. I'm tanky. Hopefully Drow won't kill me again like she has in the last few fights.
Well, I mean,
Awesome.
I mean, Medusa effectively has 0 armor against the Drow is the issue, right? You know, because like Medusa is not buying armor items. Ooh.
Well, Nephilim is kicked into the Dire team. He has borrowed time available, though. It is now active. Stonegaze is popped. Snowball. And the spear will both stun Abaddon, who's once again kicked into Nier, so down goes Nephilim. The trade will be for Breezyar, though, perhaps. BKB is active, but the Scotty slows just too much. That is not a good trade. That is your mid laner for a 5 Abaddon.
That actually could have been really good if the Tuskers immediately BKB'd after to get out. It could have totally like delayed their push. So bit of a mistake, but you know, nothing too drastic changed there. They're on similar death timers. I will say the Drow has kind of stopped like getting gold. Not really for any reason that I can see. They just kind of seem to have stopped hitting creeps for a while. Sounds kind of toxic. I didn't really mean it that way. Just more stating what's up.
Yeah, I mean, I've noticed it as well. We saw for a while the Drow was maybe like 4K behind the Deuce, but it's just that the Agnes upgrade recently look a lot worse than that.
Yeah, it's more the like
4K.
It's more just that Drow like has kind of been like waiting for this satanic forever, and she didn't really like. I think she got a shard at one point. Obviously, she's saving buyback as well, but I feel like there's all the time where Drow could have been getting more gold. Maybe I'm wrong though, so who knows?
Well, we are back to the current state of the game, in which we see Polar Ass pushing the lanes and just chilling.
Beast of US East is a beast. He's going the refresher. What a Chad. He's not wasting his time buying like these dumb useless items like Lotus Orb and Shivas and all this stupid stuff. He's just gonna get a refresher. He's gonna double R, double spear, double W, double BKB. This is some high level gameplay right here, Badger. He knows his job. This guy knows his role in the game.
And he knows he has damage. I mean, between the Drow Ranger and the Stark Widow, they have plenty of damage. So you know, it's the job of the Beast to just put him in a circle, put him in another circle afterwards. Problem solved.
I'm right here, Cat One. Come on. Sorry about that, Badger.
We are seeing Dire just kind of stuck to their base. I mean, that's been a lot of the last like 3 minutes is just Dire sitting in their base, ready out the Aegis, and the Aegis is actually almost done. She has less than 1 minute duration left on this Aegis, so if that was the goal, is to wait it out. They have succeeded so far. They have not lost racks, and they're taking the Abaddon again. Snowball will dodge Burrow Strike. So it's borrow time in exchange for a Blink Snowball. Sonagod puts up the Mantis, but it's Aegis. I've been watching that one. It's got 30 seconds left now, so it's completely gone. They've wasted. It's pretty much wasted. I guess the cheese and the Aghanim Scepter are still claims in that third Roshan, but as a whole, Radiant did not high on the way they might have wanted to in this time.
Yeah, kind of surprised that the Medusa didn't try to like just siege it. You know, I mean, they're really scared of getting thrown back. I guess it's like with the Tusk Ags, it's so hard to go high ground, but it's not really like gonna get that much easier at any point in the game. You know, I guess they're just hoping that they're gonna be able to find a team fight once this Aegis expires, and they'll utilize the gold leader they've created.
And it has expired. I mean, it's minute 45. Dire have smokes aplenty, I'm quite sure. Yeah, there's 2 in the inventory of Bane if they want to go.
They need to get this. They need to get the Mars. Like he needs to get his crow to the side shop and get this refresher before they smoke. Like his refresher is so impactful.
He has the money for it, but maybe they're just scared of like the Radiant are just sitting in their own tri-camps. Like, alright, they're sitting right here outside the secret shop. It's hard. I mean, I'm sure maybe you can get it in the trees all the way down like this, but it's never easy to get it.
They could have sent like the same for Zhao, who wants to say they're satanic. They could have just sent it to the opposite, like their crow to the opposite secret shop.
Oh, they're fighting without their items. They've smoked and they find Abaddon. Not the ideal target. It's a BKB arena, but only for Abaddon. Abaddon still has borrowed time. It's now Papa Dire have blown the initiation. Sonagon finds backlines. He has stoned the Drow. Drow is low. She's being kited by the Scotty. Nier is just dead. And now it's a burrow onto Bane and Tusk. Epi is popped. Grip is the turn, but Notorious will drop as well. 2 kills. They move to Breeziar, who is stunned by Bushwhack, stunned by Burrow, kited by the Scotty. He'll attempt the snowball and get away, but he could not get anything useful off in time. Breeziar is another 3rd death for the side of the Feast of the U.S. East. Bane is already bought back. Drow and Tusk have bought us. Safilski is looking to go in, as Radiant also focused on Jinx. Jinx will backpedal and get away. Nier, Breeziar, they've both bought back. They bring down Shellamel and move to Nephilim. Big kill if they can get it. He's forced away by Filski though, but Dire walk under Radiant Vision, and the burrow is there on Breeziar. He has BKB. He gets it off. They want to go into Whole City. Who too will BKB? Burrow time once again is used. The Beast will use his BKB. Has the arena in 9. He's trying to survive. His Whole City is kicked even further. Refresher Arena is there, keeping Filski on the inside as Whole City is kicked even further back. Whole City is now dead. And Breeziar, he wants Nephilim. He's once again force-tapped away. Snowball, kick. Abaddon, low, but Abaddon is now dead. Sonagod, his BKB up again, but he brings down Nier. It's a dieback on Drow. And Sonagod, he is just too big to fail. There's a dieback on Bane. There's 2 diebacks. 1 on Drow, 1 on Bane. And Polar Ass are in the high ground once again. Bilski, the BKB, the burrow, it's on Jinx, and Jinx is silenced. He has gotten no way out. He too has no buyback. Breeziar will attempt to salvage it. The spear is already Bilski to the fountain of Bilski. It's still alive even. Now it's Sand King dead, but it's in exchange for the Beast of the US East. Both offlaners they've instantly bought back. Kick will be on the DP, but DP is fine. She's speared, but not into the fountain directly. And now Dire, the 2-man bushwhack stun. They'll both go down. They both have no buyback. It's GG time.
Yeah, we're going to game 2.
That's where we're heading. Polar Ass, they're now 1 game away from winning.
It's kind of an anticlimactic game. I'm going to be honest. I feel like Dire had this great underdog story going through the game of like, oh, they fell so far behind so early, and then like they kind of just made like a bunch of really bad mistakes at the end of the game. Like in the last like 5-10 minutes of the game, they just made a bunch of really bad mistakes, and then like they lost. It wasn't very like. Sorry if I'm ruining the narrative. It's kind of sad to see, you know.
Maybe there were too many unforced errors in those late game team fights from the Feast of US East. They had the tools, they just didn't use them properly.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of things in the very last team fight, a lot of things were so tragic. Like the way the initially started with the first arena onto the Abaddon, and then like they also didn't have the refresher. The Drow had so much net worth and base. The Drow got gone on in a way that wasn't optimal. Yeah. I think Beast of US East was definitely playing the best on Dire until that last like going on of Abaddon. That was pretty not optimal, you know.
It was unfortunate as well. He was holding the arena at the very end there because he had arena up in 7, but he had to refresh News Arena just to not die there. So he never got the proper double arena combo off in that. I mean, ever. Because he bought it for a fight. He didn't get off in that one fight, so he never got to use that double arena combo properly. This is very unfortunate.
Just how it goes, I suppose. I think he definitely looked like he was putting in the work big time. But you know, dude, it's a tough game. What can you do? I will be right back in a brief moment.
Got it. I will be here trying to figure out if Polar Ass want Radiance Dire first pick or second pick. The answer is probably second pick because it's the most popular of the options, though Radiant is still pretty popular too. We are chilling, of course. I have put in the they have grabbed second pick. And now I have asked who wants choice of Radiant or Dire. Odds are they will select Radiant. Most of the Lads teams have chosen Radiant all season constantly for good reasons. It is the more popular side. It is the happy side from a psychological standpoint, if that's what you care about. But
I'm back. What's up?
Polar Ass chose second pick. Feast of US East chose Radiant. Now we're waiting on G's.
Cool.
Waiting on G so we can go into game 2 where either Polar Ass will stamp their tickets to the top 4 or the Feast of US East will drag us on to a hopeful game 3. Or maybe they won't. You know, you never know. I mean, we're just waiting.
Nice. Badger, do you think I'll be able to? Do you think Andy will be able to get both me and Brightside?
For
The Lads Little thingy. I want to make a team of all support players. Well, we're gonna all play support.
There's a lot of support players in the pool, so I'm sure it's doable. We are, for those who are wondering, Lads Little signups are still open. They'll be open until the day of the draft. That is this upcoming Tuesday, the 12th of April. Sign up link is in the Lads Discord announcements channel if you're interested, but Polar Ass have hit the G. The Feast likely are discussing the mistakes they've made, reconsidering their bans, perhaps. Perhaps they want a new approach. I'm not sure. I think they banned Tiny and Omni Knight as their first phase bans. Perhaps they'll let one through given they have first pick this game rather than second pick. They could perhaps ban that Sand King instead if they're so inclined. I know the Feast of US East, they're big, tiny pickers. Nier likes it. The Beast likes it. I'm sure Breezyar can play it, so they have multiple avenues to select the tiny. If they want to gather no moss, it's certainly an option, though. If they want to gather a win, tiny certainly is a pretty good option as well.
Some have said that Tiny's a pretty good hero. I don't know who, but like I heard some people saying that like on the grapevine, you know?
I believe that somebody is everybody, but
Oh.
it could be
It could be anyone, you know?
could be anybody. If it's everybody, it could also be anybody if you think about it. Actually, they have stuck to the same tiny band. They're not interested in the 5-pick tiny.
MMR is just a number.
They're really
Sometimes
considering
lucky,
that
sometimes unlucky.
5 band, though. They're spending a lot of time thinking, deep in thought. You know, it's back against the wall. This is the only time all season the Feast of US East have been one game away from elimination. And it's never a good feeling. Been there, done that. Not fun. So it's time to put the big boy pants on. They banned the DP, so Sand King unbanned, Omni Knight unbanned, Polar Ass they banned Earth Spirit game 1. Perhaps that might not get banned either. So it's interesting here. All right.
Will they be the ones to take Sand King?
If I had to guess, either Sand King or Omni. Both of them make a lot of sense. Both of them very strong heroes. Both of them hotly contested between both of these teams. So they are the logical options, though.
Sand King is okay at 5 if your opponents are not going to punish it with a super strong like lane counter on 6-7. Sand King isn't actually okay at 5, but like he is because like people don't really like punish it properly. Even in like lower div games, people don't like do it. So I mean, it's probably not going to happen in Lads. No offense.
I guess one of those things, Div 2 DPC is somewhere in the realm of like 9k of our average Lads. 6k. So there's a bit of a gap there. You know, good players in Lads. 99.x percentile players, but there's definitely a gap there between that and the semi-pro players you
I
see.
mean,
in
even
DPC.
like I'm pretty sure I've seen like Black and Yellow and 5M Midas like open like Sand King, and like the enemy team will pick like I don't know, like some totally like useless boss 5 against it in lane, and then like Sand King will have a good lane, and then it'll just be like, oh, well, like they picked that at 5, you should be punishing it. Dude, Kado's OP, and I mean DK Sky is a fine 6-7, but not heroes that are not good against Caudle. These heroes do not interact with Caudle. Dragon Knight is not good at reaching that hero until they have Blink at all. And even with Blink, they're not like a Sand King or a Mars. I'm favoring the team that has Caudle. That hero's OP. The hero's really, really OP.
I'm not quite sure if it's going to be 5 or it's going to be 4 quite yet, but it's
It should
certainly,
not be 5, but if
Probably
it's
4.
4 or mid, it's really good. And if they actually know how to play it, because a lot of people just speed on Caudle and I don't even know how it's possible. Okay, that's a
Abaddon
bad opener.
selected twice tonight, selected by the winning team Polar Ass game 1, and now game 2. Abaddon's back. It's like they know we're watching.
As long as this, I really hope this is Caudle mid, not Caudle 4. You need like some kind of stun on your like support duo, like some kind of meaningful stun. And like, I love Abaddon, but like Abaddon Caudle is not the play, bro.
That's the one fundamental flaw of Abaddon, is he does everything you want of a hero except for stuns. He has
Okay,
none
that's
of
the
those.
thing. That's not a flaw. But like, since Dota's a 5v5 game, where it's like sometimes your teammates like ask for heroes that are shit, like, and then they don't pick any stuns. It is a flaw. You know what I mean? But not every hero has to have a stun. Abaddon's OP even with that one.
So tell my teammates that. Tell them that.
Abaddon's like the best hero in Dota.
I,
Anyone who thinks otherwise, it's just they don't watch Chinese Dota, so they don't understand how good it is.
I'm going to grab some water as well, though. I will be right back.
Oh my god, you're handing all this pressure off to me. Oh my god. Guys, quick, while Basher's gone, everyone subscribe on Twitch really quick. Go fast, go fast, go fast. You guys need to spam the subscriptions while Badger's gone, okay? This way he'll start paying me. I think I'm doing a good job. Sand King banned. It's a good ban from Dire. They don't have Sand King. The enemy team still needs an offlaner, so they banned Sand King. And Mars. These guys are gaming. They're removing good stuns from the pool. Some high level gameplay in the ban phase by Dire. Some fine bans by Radiant, I guess. Yeah, they're fine.
5 seconds remaining.
Going into a lot of reserve time for this ban. A little surprised. Yeah, not really sure what they're thinking about, to be honest, but you know, good for them. They're thinking.
Team ban.
They banned Lena. Cool. That hero's pretty good. Hits creeps, buys BKB, buys bots, kills people. Solid hero. Solid hero.
10 seconds remaining. Dire team pick.
Still waiting on a pick so I can make some stellar commentary on it. Not really sure why there's a ban, to be honest. Ursa's pretty awful into Dragon Knight Sky. Like, you could just get nuked out so hard in the lane. I mean, with Abaddon, like, you have no stuns to actually lock down the DK or Sky. Would have been a pretty awful Ursa lane, but, I don't know, I guess they just think because they have Dragon Knight, they should ban Ursa, I guess. Dude, Ursa's like a hero that people are always so scared of in lane, but if Ursa isn't paired with like a good stun, and the enemy team has like a good nuker in the lane, like a lot of times Ursa will just feed. People are way too scared of Ursa in lane, man. There's a reason it doesn't get picked every time the a team opens like some melee offlaner. It's really not that good. It's super easy to abuse. Andy Bendy Lull with some riveting discussion on how Abaddon is #1. This is really true.
Wait, is that Mr. League of Legends banned from ESL's Twitch chat himself, Andy Bendy Lol?
Well, I am also banned from ESL Twitch chat, to be clear. So
I've been told it's a badge of honor.
it is.
Not that I would know
I think
something.
I said that actually.
I think you said it, but I don't think you're the only one who said it, which is odd. That you're not the only
Yeah.
one who's proud of it.
I was just talking about how people like ban Ursa for no reason, and like people get way too scared of playing a melee strength offlaner to Ursa. Like people are so terrified of it, and I never understand why. Oh, dude, this is such a bad support duo. Like, are both teams just gonna pick awful support duos? Like,
The answer appears to be yes. One team, unless it's a Skywrath mid lane, likely to be a very passive support duo there, and then we don't know where the coddle's going yet. We've seen in general pro teams favorite in mid, so wouldn't be too shocked if it's mid air.
yeah. I mean, we'll probably find out in this phase. Probably. Could be flex, who knows? But I mean, Undying's a good hero this game, like against Coddle Abaddon. But the problem is that it's really bad with Sky. You have no stuns on your supports. Once again, somehow this happens. Possible that both teams will not have stuns on their supports.
Ah,
Dude,
Twitch
it's horse
chat
draft.
was
Someone
memeing
in
about
Twitch,
it. Yeah.
someone in Twitch chat said horse draft, bro, but they're so right. I'm gonna pick another horse. Oh, come on, man. Go next, go next, go next. I'm
How many
bored.
horse heroes are left though? I mean, you're gonna run out of horse heroes pretty soon.
I don't know, man. They can. I'm sure. There's gotta be heroes that have like horse cosmetics. Like I bet that Mirana has like a cosmetic that looks vaguely similar to a horse. Oh, Centaur Warrunner was in the pool, bro.
I mean, that's not riding horse. That's literally like a centaur.
Okay, that's. I mean, okay. Well, we have to work with what we got, Badger. Come on. I will say that I like how Radiant is kind of fixing up their lack of stuns. This is good. Coddle Ember, very strong. Coddle gives Ember more pseudo stuns. Chaos Knight, good solid stun. Um, they're fixing their draft up a bit. That's good. It's a good sign for them. Pangolier. This looks like a really good Pango game.
I decided for fun to look up the list of heroes, and I guess we're out of horse riding heroes. I guess we can go like Centaur Chen.
Yeah,
One is a horse, one rides a kind of horse, and then you go with that.
yeah, it's not bad.
10 seconds remaining.
This is a good Pango game. My only reservations about this Pango pick is that they needed stuns, and Pango stun does require a tiny bit of skill. To be fair, it's pretty easy, but like it does require some skill. So
I disagree. I played Pango for the first time, and I'm not a very good player. And I have like 17 and 8 or something. It's not hard to use the stun. It's hard to use it perfectly, but it's not hard.
it's
to use
hard
it
to chain
proficiently.
it, which is what's the like the I'm not talking about him landing like one roll, like I'm more like, is he gonna be able to like chain his rolls into something like useful and like meaningfully disabling or not? Um, this is a very good Pango game.
I feel like I feel like the skill requirement for Pango is very overrated though. I feel
I mean,
like
I think it is now that like his kit is so much more W reliant. Like his penguin,
5 seconds
the better
remaining.
like your easy spells get, then the easier the hero gets, right? Like
Yeah.
Pangolier's worst spell used to be his W, now it's his best spell. Which makes the hero easier because you can't really miss W unless you're a total noob.
Pangolier is
Um,
probably like in terms of difficulty like a half step above Ogre Magi. It's not hard to play Pangolier.
they kind of bailed this Abaddon out. Like they picked Abaddon and like they already had a Sky to like silence him, but like afterwards they didn't really have any good like Abaddon control things. He got bailed out a little bit. I don't know, what picks do I want to see from both teams?
10 seconds
See.
remaining.
I'm curious as to exactly what the Feast US East commit to with these roles. I think they have a lot of versatility role wise with these heroes still.
Did you know what hero would be like auto win if they played it on Radiant?
What would that be?
Beastmaster, bro. Oh my god, this is such a good Beastmaster game.
Oh, that is not a Beast of US East hero, sadly, I don't think. I mean,
Unfortunate. I think he plays Panda. It's a pretty good Panda game too.
10 seconds remaining.
Like he can just like lift up the DK when he clicks Dragon Form. He can solo kill the supports. Huskar. Oh my god,
So likely
dude, this
CK
is
off
such a
lane
base.
then. Okay.
Okay, so this is a really good Huskar game. Once he gets BKB, it's basically like the enemy team will do literally nothing to him.
Remaining.
The only issue is that
5 seconds.
actually no, wait, no, this is oh my god, because he has Abaddon. As long as this Abaddon is willing to buy a regen, bro, this game is over. Go next, go next, go next. I'm bored. Go next. I'm gonna grief I'm gonna grief this cast like I did my in my duo Q games today.
Oh no.
No, real talk though, like um Dire has very few stuns. They run out of damage past the early game really hardcore.
Choose your
They have heroes that are really bad once Huskar gets a few like this Huskar like gets like gold at a good pace and his Abaddon just makes his lane really easy. It's such a good Huskar game. And Monkey King sounds way better against Huskar than it actually is. Also, it's pretty hard to lane Monkey King into this CK Coil lane, or it should be, but who knows what will actually happen. Yeah,
I'm excited though. This is gonna be a fun.
I love watching Huskar. I'm like last game I was pretty ambivalent. Like I was slightly rooting for Dire because they were like the down 5k at 10 minutes. So if you ever come back from that, it's really cool. But like this game, Radiant has like, dude, they have Huskar. They have Huskar Abaddon. Oh my god, like who doesn't want to see these guys win? Can we get some? Can we get some pogs in the chat for Huskar Abaddon? Any poggers?
I mean, I'm excited for it. I'm always a big fan of Abaddon selections, and I'm hoping that the Feast of US East can bring it on to a game 3. Game 1 was fun, but I want another game, not just 2 games. Here we go again. If you are just joining us, welcome to game number 2 of a League of Lads playoff loser bracket quarterfinal matchup between Polar Ass on the Dire and the Feast of US East on the Radiance. Polar Ass, they went up to a very early lead game 1. They threw it away later on, but still managed the win in the end. The Feast US East, they showed signs of life but collapsed at the last minute, and they cannot do that again if they want to advance in the playoffs further. This is win or go home. It's a must-win game for the Feast of US East on the Radiance. My name is Badger, and I'm joined by Mr. Positive Win Rate in DPC, Salacious Sea Lion 62 Rook. And hopefully we are in for a good time.
Woo, go team. Let's see. I'm very curious how it is possible that this Huskar lane gets totally smashed. Like it should be fine because they have Abaddon in his lane, but who knows?
Well, it is the Chaos Bolt. Stunning, but not damaging Sonic, thanks to that Mischief being used, and now...
Dude, I hate when people complain about like hero picks and captains modes. Like, what do you mean, bro? Like you had like 10 bans. On top of that, like it's the person who's playing Dragon Knight with a Skywrath Mage, like DK Sky is like an S tier brain dead combo, is complaining about Huskar. Like what? Like
And
your
they
Monkey
had
King, your
7
Monkey King should have
bans.
complained about that, bro. Like your Monkey King's playing like a fair and balanced
That
hero,
is
you
a
know.
massive Illuminate. A 3-man decay, though, from Nephilim. The fighting is immense. Breezyar is low. He's being run at by Nephilim and Sonic. They move now to Jinx. Jingu is not quite popped in some... Okay, there it is. Decay. First blood drawn by Polar Asses of Nephilim. And now the fights. I think it's over. Undying is still running in for a bit of carnage, but now the fight is over.
Just a heads up, Badger. It's raining very hard, so if I ever disconnect, just assume I lost power briefly.
Okay.
Trust me, I'm aware. I'm not too far from you. It's windy
Oh,
and it's
true. I
rainy and
forgot
it's
about that.
nasty right now. I'm aware.
Oh my god, you're so smart, Badger.
But we are just chilling. Usually my power doesn't go off. Sometimes my internet goes out, so I'm hoping the internet can stay awake.
Yeah. Well, we'll just see what happens.
If it goes down, then I guess that's either of our excuses. Is it's the same rainstorm.
Based and rainstorm pilled.
Actually, cringe in rainstorm pull if you ask me. I don't
Wait,
know.
are you getting any thunder and lightning, or is that just me?
Nah, not much here. It's mostly just rain and
Okay.
wind here. Pretty heavy wind right now.
All
But
right,
I'm
so
not hearing any thunder.
I'm seeing some lightning and hearing some thunder every once in a while. So maybe it's more likely that I DC than you.
I hope for your sake you do not DC, but sometimes
Yeah.
weather happens. What can you do?
Yeah. I see now that we're now that the game's paused, it's a great time for me to once again shill to subscribe. Badger will start paying me if you do. Wink, wink.
I mean, it's one of those things where, unfortunately, there's not much money to be made for me on Twitch. The money's to be made behind the scenes from companies paying me money, but that's a different. Maybe one day I'll get that 6 streamer money, but I both lack the viewers and the chat interaction. I mean, once again, I'm on a delay like 100% of the time, right? 'Cause I'm casting 100% of the time, pretty much. It's hard to
You
interact with
should
chat.
you should
when I'm on
stream
delay.
yourself for just doing other stuff then. Like you could stream yourself and we'll just talk about seals.
I do, but I don't really. I mean, I play some other games, but I got like 4 viewers for that versus, Dota. I'm getting 25, 30, 40 viewers, so it's still a little different.
Alright. Drama, but whatever. Drama.
That's drama and more just the numbers that I've seen over the last forever.
Dude, Huskar not going up for the range creep. Having a lot more fear of this DK than he should be.
You should be ready.
I'm gonna try
be
not
very
to watch
strong.
bottom lane too much because I'm gonna get mad that I'm not playing Huskar. So I'll just watch other lanes so I don't get upset.
And it's one of those things. It's basically your 2 heroes bottom lane. It's Abaddon, it's Huskar. It's basically your
Yeah. Actually,
2
no.
heroes
If
for
it
Fizz.
was Abaddon Morphling, that would be truly iconic.
I had no idea you played Morphling.
Bro, my Morphling is insane. I might not be the actual best morph player in North America, but I'll tell you this: I have the fastest morph hands in North American region. All right.
That's very cool.
If you go to my match history and just scroll down for a bit, you'll see some Morphling games thrown in there when I need a win or two.
I'm seeing Morphling, Green Triangle W, Morphling W. Yeah, I can see.
Yeah.
I'm only seeing 2, but I can at least see 2 there. Apparently, Hole had an accident. Not quite sure if it was computer related or biological fluids related or what, but he certainly is gone for a bit. He'll be back.
I don't get the opportunity much since I like mostly play Pause 5, but if it's a low MR game or like I have some other Pause 5 player on my team, then I just like pick Morphling and yeah, I'm pretty good at that hero, I'd say.
We are back though from another pause. Not sure at the exact pause counters of the last 2 games, but it's certainly. I think we're at least 5 pauses now over the last 2 games. It might be like 6 or 7, but at least 5. Seeing bottom lane Notorious is not having a fun time with these trades with Gareth Mage. He's just. I've been there, done that. It's not a fun lane matchup for Abaddon.
Dire's courier.
There's so much damage on Scarlet Mage. And even if you have a stick, like back in the past, you might see like bad Scarlet Mage players go for the Arcane Bolt thing. But no, you're seeing a lot of concussive shot max now, which is a lot better against Abaddon than.
Honestly, all he has to do though is get his Huskar to like level like 3 or 4, okay, and like he'll be Gucci. So like once the Huskar's level 4, if he puts 2 points in his E, he'll be really chilling. Yeah.
That's a lot of. I mean, that's kind of your life sometimes in Abaddon. It's just you buy time for your carry to be useful. And speaking of his carry, he actually is tanking a Dragon Tail under the Dire's tier 1 tower, but everyone will be fine. A little bit of damage on both sides, but no one dies quite yet. Everyone's
Yeah.
A-okay.
Top's looking pretty even. Maybe it's going a little bit better for Dire. Monkey King is definitely a strong laning hero, especially with something like an Undying. They're not the strongest dual lane together, but I mean they're 2 individually strong laners, so works out pretty well. Let's see. I think this mid matchup can go really hard either way. I don't really know the most about it, but it seems to be pretty even, which is fine, I guess.
For now, it's
Kind of
mostly
surprised
the
that Ember
farming.
didn't just click E there, like, and then force the like Pangolier to like tank a bunch of damage, but you know, it's whatever.
Seeing a lot of trading in the bottom lane, even a Pip coming out. Now, Huskar gets stunned by Filsky, but he's disarmed by the inner fire of Huskar, so it's a lot of damage. Though concussive
Abaddon
shot
should
did
not
not
have
go
a
to
point of his
Huskar.
E in this lane.
Whoa, he does, but that's interesting. But it's
I think when you're with
That's bold.
Huskar, you definitely all you care about is like making sure this guy can like zone the enemy off the wave, and
because
I'm not gonna
even
watch
like,
bottom.
maybe even 2-1-0 on the Abaddon rather than like maybe
I've
1-2-0,
actually
probably
seen
2-1-0.
I've seen I don't remember who I think it was Udomi. I've seen like laning with like Huskar. He like maxes Q first on Abaddon, and then he just his Huskar just like trades like an absolute psycho, and he just heals him whenever he's even remotely in danger. You know.
As long as you can sustain the
Dude,
HP
why do
health.
offlane CKs do this, man? Why does he have no points in W at level 3? I'm sorry, Beast, I don't condone this.
He is quite close to level 4, and at that point he will have a point in Reality Rift, but for now, it's Skyrath Mage TPing top lane, but it's under a Radiant Side Observer Ward, so now Jinx and the Beast are aware of Cello. He's just trespassing in the top lane. He is not welcome. Radiant will probably not die in this case. Actually, he goes in on the Beast in a 2v3. Bold play. Illuminate hits on Sonigot. Sonigot is low. The Beast is low. Bounce strike hits on 2, and the Beast will drop. They move to Jinx. They want a second kill, and he too will perish, it appears. He's low. He's running, but no.
He did
No
a 10
escape.
stick, actually.
Sometimes lucky, sometimes unlucky.
Maybe he accepted his death. Like, you know what? I'm gonna die. I'm surprised the Beast went in for that play, though, knowing that, knowing he was in the 2v5. Like, that Observer Ward made it extremely obvious.
He actually reality rifted the Undying and then changed his target to the monkey. So that was kind of interesting. But definitely a very aggressive move.
We're seeing Undying deny to the tier 2 tower. Nothing
Good
too
move.
shocking in that one.
Well played by him. Huskar is having a really good time since like I think that the Skyrath definitely should not have ported top. Like he just like honestly the Skyrath's port top was like ruining their lane phase like on like all sides of the map. But the CK just kind of just went in, you know. So like he got bailed out really hard. But I mean lanes are still like pretty even. Honestly, I think the Skyrath like rotation was really not good. They definitely could have been putting way more pressure on Huskar. Like they couldn't have killed him or anything, but like Huskar went from like not last hitting not so hot versus like now he's just gone like every CS.
Yeah, ever since. Till now
Yeah.
left the bottom lane. It's been very good.
Oh, I think there's gonna be a kill on mid.
Yeah,
Oh.
for a minute to dive by Breezyar, and good call. City just died. Breezyar returned to his remnant from the fountain and apparently just ran down whole city.
Yeah.
Top lane, though, it's a 2v2 brawl. Tombstone has dropped. Radiant shows the fight, but now they're choosing to run. Bounce strike hits on the Beast, and the Beast will go down to the Soul Rip. So it's one more kill.
I think in a lane
Port
like
side.
this, you probably just want your Coddle to like shove in every single wave and not actually interact with them. But I think they seem very bloodthirsty. Like they don't seem to be content with just having this lane go even, and it's definitely like Dire's doing a good job of capitalizing on it. But when you have a Coddle, like it's kind of more just your side's fault for not just choosing to shove the wave in and like bounce it back and forth every time, you know?
But during that, Nier went down bottom, and Notorious appears to be going down as well. It's another kill for the side. Paul the Rast. I'm not sure how that Nier kill happened. We saw rotation from whole city. Apparently the damage was just too much there for the Huskar.
Radiant's bottom tower is under
And they're diving for a third kill. They want the Huskar again, but Jinx has TP'd in there. He takes the creeps from the Huskar, and now Dire will walk away.
Dire's middle tower.
Yeah, honestly, never mind. Looks like there's some action on mid. You know, they're fighting.
The Breeziar is silenced. He has and will pop an Invis rune, keeping him alive for now, and the fight is already over, sadly.
It's really funny to see how much like support action is coming mid when like no support has a stun in this game. Like it's actually like really funny. Very interesting.
Bottom lane now, Filsky, I believe he dies. Or no, he's away in time. Never mind, he will survive. And now it's Cello and Nephilim running at Jinx, but you mentioned it again, the sports with no stuns is Skywrath and Undying, so there's not much in the way of stunning and killing the Keeper of the Light, who's very fast.
The thing is that like what should probably be happening is like Caudle should be getting a lot of like creating a lot of stacks or getting a lot of gold like and like they can like honestly just farm for themselves. Because like nothing can really happen on the map unless like the mid like rotates like for either side. That's less true for Radiant, more true for Dire, but like yeah, there's just kind of a lot of supports like just all huddling up and
Fighting continues, a bottom lane Dire fight around the tombstone. The roll comes out from Whole City. It's near dead again. It will move for Notorious, who also will die. It's 8 kills in the War for Polar Ass, and I suppose it is CK and Ember farming in exchange, but the same is also true of Sonic and the Monkey.
It's not a very dominant 6-kill lead. Like the DK's 202, but he's like only 50 gold above the Huskar. They're gonna get a tower now, so that'll change a little bit, but definitely a lot more exciting game than, or a lot more like exciting early game than game 1. Like at this point in the other game, there's like a 3-4k gold lead, so it's nice to see that.
The huge dodge from Breeziar. He dodged back until diving Sonic Eye. What a play from Breeziar, and now they want Bilski. But Bilski is playing Dragonite. He will easily walk away, survive, and will bring down Abaddon with him. Very ambitious smoke play from Notorious, does not work in his favor.
Abaddon was fine. He had shield up. Sorry, that was toxic.
Oh, no, it's true. He could have used his abilities there.
Sorry, I didn't. That sounded more negative than I meant. It was funny. I'm sorry. Can't sue me. This Ember is having a strong game. That's probably really important. At this point in the game, Ember and Caudle should probably just always play together, and Caudle should just spam refresh on Ember every single time he does anything. This combo's absurdly OP. Once he has maxed out chains, they're just gonna be devastating. Like, it's so absurd.
For now, he has only 1 point in chains, sadly, so it'll be a little bit longer, but you know, 1400 gold from Maelstrom, only a couple levels away from that max chains, and at that point, then the fun begins, where Breeziar will be large in charge, and with a lot of help behind him between the Abaddon and the Khan.
This Monkey King is going Battle Fury. I'm not a fan of this. I think that this is not the move. I mean, it might be the move, I guess, but it shouldn't be the move.
Cello gets dove by Breeziar. Cello dropped the Mystic Flare, but instead it is him dropping to the grave via the damage from Jinx and Breeziar. Nephilim gets dove as well to the tower. First gets arrived, the sun is onto the Ember, who gets his mana drained by the Diffusal, but he actually dives in further for Nephilim. The slight of his damage was lacking to kill the Undying, and now Breeziar is fighting in a 1v4, a very ambitious dive from Breeziar, and the damage was just not in his favor. As a result, though, the 1-for-1 trade does give Radiant the Dire side middle tier 1 tower, so not all is bad there.
Whether I see people talking in chat about whether or not braces are good, I think there are a lot of different Huskar players with a lot of different opinions on what items to buy. Like there's a lot of different opinions. I personally like getting at least one bracer, sometimes two. Usually you get it to crush the lane more, but like he wasn't really zoning like the DK out of the lane, so maybe it wasn't the most impactful double bracer. But I think the exact item build is not exactly known on this hero.
More of an art than a science currently.
Skater's also talking about how it's impressive when he's normally allergic to non-farming carries. Huskar is a farming carry. Huskar like farms super fast, and like Huskar wants to get to like 3 items and then win the game. It's kind of like playing Medusa, except way cooler.
Cooler. I think you and I have different definitions of the word cool. We are seeing the BCUS Beast being jumped on top lane by Filski and Cello Mello. With help of Notorious, he's still alive. Cool. What do you mean by cool? It's Oscar.
Dude, Huskar is so much fun. Are you kidding me? Badger, come on. Badger, you're better than this. I know you are.
I don't think I'm better than this. I think you need to be better than this.
Bro, you're living on the edge at all times. It's amazing. Huskar is perfection. There's a noticeable gold lead coming, like, despite of all these kills. Like, Dyer's kind of trying to play the same way they were game 1 with way less stuns, and like it's not working. Like they're not finding many kills, and like on top of that they have a carry who doesn't auto flash farm the way Medusa does, but they might find a big kill on Huskar here.
Near. Huskar is already low, Mystic Flares on the floor, Tombstone is present as well, Near is dead. Radiant are nearby and a bunch of heroes, but they can't really be here.
Yeah, they were just out of range. I think they don't really have the best like conception of like how they should be split up. Like their Coddle should always be with their Ember, and like their Abaddon should always be with their Huskar. But they just kind of walk around, you know.
BZR wants to fight, but he's out of mana. Jinx can give him mana in 5 seconds. Boski is 1/3 HP, but still alive. In comes mana for BZR. The chains will hit on Filski, but he's also a Dragon Knight. He's very tanky, not very easy to remove, and as a result, nobody dies in the mid lane scuffle. It's only Near dying in the Radiant side jungle. Speaking of Near, he will life break in for Sonagod bottom lane. The Sonagod the Monkey King will TP to his own fountain to not die.
Yeah, I mean the game is just like, I think that Dyer probably does not want to be falling behind at this stage in the game. They probably think to themselves like, oh, you know, our Monkey King is gonna farm super fast, but like, I really think that like a super farm Monkey King is not the biggest deal. Like it's pretty easy for Huskar to deal with Monkey King as long as Huskar doesn't fight Monkey King in his arena. Huskar is not, or yeah, Monkey King is not good against Huskar. Is my internet being?
It seems to be fine to me, but what is that?
Am I a bit of a robot for you, Badger?
Not really.
Okay.
What is not fine, though, is the Dire side Tri-Camp creeps. They're very injured. Now Sonagod has that full Battle Fury. He has farm on the mind. He is here to hit the creeps, here to out-farm this Huskar in the late game if the time comes, and if he can outlive and withstand that Huskar 3-item timing.
Well, I don't really think, to be honest, I don't think Monkey King is good against Huskar outside of fighting him in the arena. Like, if he's not in the arena, he doesn't actually fight well against Huskar, to be honest.
Alright, keep Huskar in arena. Got it.
Yeah, they don't have the best stunts for that either. And on top of that, like, Huskar can always solo kill Monkey King if he gets Ags off before Monkey King clicks BKB, like the moment that Huskar acquires Ags. And Monkey King can never do anything like that to Huskar, ever. There's just no stage in the game where he could do that to him. I mean, maybe if you got a
smoke, they find Nephilim, and well, Nephilim, he's not quite dead yet, and Dyer looked to turn as a roll. Looking for Chaos Knight, he's slowed by the Fusel Blade. Abaddon is target as well. Mystic Flares on Chaos Knight, he's still half HP and held alive by the Abaddon. Dyer, they blink forward and they now kill Chaos Knight. In comes Near, but he's only half HP. Wukong's command is popped, and Near's on the inside of the Wukong's. He's shielded by Notorious, but he's still very low, and he'll drop again! Notorious will keep you away, he'll get away barely. But it's two core deaths. BZR will look to salvage the fight. He is remnanted in, chaining on two, but he's now into the arms of the Dragon Tail, stunned by Filski. He's forced away by Jinx, and BZR is attempting to still fight Nephilim. Will be the trade for now, and he wants Whole City. Whole City also goes down as 2 kills for BZR. And BZR, he is not letting this game be lost. He will drag his team kicking and screaming if he must.
Yeah, I mean, this Ember's putting in a lot of work. Like, this Ember's putting in a lot of work. Well, I'll point out right now, by the way, that Huskar is a farming hero. Like, bro, this guy's 0-4, and he has the same net worth as Monkey King. Like, this hero is good at farming. This hero wants to farm and is good at farming.
And he has added Roshan to his farm rotation. That's his
No,
target.
why does he have
currently.
treads? This is not a treads game, brother.
Does have them nonetheless in the Roshan bits. Looking to armlets toggle and bring Roshan down with the spears, and I'm sure I'll get him.
I don't know if he's gonna armlet toggle or just let Abaddon heal him up the entire time.
Little
Nothing
can
wrong
call
with
him
that.
A, little can call him B.
No, nothing wrong with this, honestly. You know, like if you don't have to armlet toggle, don't bother. I like it, Chad. I think that Radiant should feel pretty good about just rainbowing at them with these Sages and just fighting over and over again. As long as their Abaddon and their Coddle are close to their 2 relevant cores, they will probably win the fights.
Well, we are back to farming for the time being until Huskar wants to break the truce. Bit of lanes are being pushed out by both teams. The Radiants, they have 3 heroes suspiciously sitting together mid lane. Perhaps it's a 3-man smoke time. They have one on Jinx, but I think they need a +1 to smoke and not just the Abaddon, Coddle, and Ember.
Yeah. I am very curious how the next 5 minutes will go because, like, two things need to happen. One, like, they need to not get ran over by Huskar and the Ember, but like 2, like, this Monkey King, like, needs to get to BKB Scotty really fast. Like, this Monkey King needs those items so badly.
The feast has continued. The beast blinks in, bringing down whole city, and they move over to Undying, and Undying gets solar bound and sleight of fisted to the grave. 2 more kills for the Feast of US East, and they want to say, you know what? Sure, you have the kill lead, but we have the gold lead, and we too soon will have the kill lead.
Yeah. I think that, I mean, they can't. Ooh, they're going
Alright,
on
Aegis
this Huskar, but
might go down. It will go down, but it will cost the life of Dragon Knight.
will it?
He keeps away in time. There's no
Aw.
cancel. The Beast of US East was not in range to blink Chaos Bolt. That's
Yeah, Ember Spirit, changing not really out of necessity, just more for damage, and he got punished for it. Curious to see what will happen. His Abaddon is near the Huskar now.
It is a big roll. Well, not really a big roll, but it is a roll nonetheless. Breezyar will dive the tower for Chillin' Filski is stunned with the Dragon Tail once again. Breezyar has no escape. It appears he's hasted, but he's just dead. Whole city is the trade, but this is disastrous for the Beast of US East. It's a 2-man down strike. Sonic has arrived. The Wukong's command is on 3 different heroes. Lear is looking to fight, but he's just so low. Filski is on the Huskar, but he's being healed by Notorious. Filski now will attempt to run away from Huskar, but Huskar has mind on killing Dragon Knight. He finishes the kill, and the Beast returns, killing Nephilim. They move to Sonagod, who also will drop. It's a full 5-man wipe in favor of the Feast of US East, and Polar Ass put in a valiant effort to fight the good fight, but in the end, they're just down by too much, it appears.
Yeah, what I was trying to say earlier was that like at an earlier point in time I was talking about how like Monkey King really isn't gonna do that much against the Huskar until he has like BKB plus Scotty. And like you see there that like his team was starting with the numbers advantage, he got off Boundless Strike into Arena, and like it just wasn't enough. Like he just didn't have the damage, there was no healing reduction, like it's just not really it's not a great idea.
Well, whole city's attempting to defend his base. He's rolling on a bunch of heroes, but Chaos Knight has found and brought down the Undying. Whole city is now chained by Breezyar. He's still half HP. It's a 2-man bounce right again from Sonagod, but it's Whole City who drops first. It's a triple kill for Breezyar. It's a buyback from Whole City. The trade at long last will be that Chaos Knights, but the Beasts of US East are beginning to retreat to an extent. Nier continues to hit the buildings. Memorax are half HP. Sonagod, Filski, engage. And the Ember is left. Notorious, borrow time is popped. Can they keep Nier alive? No, they cannot. The Huskar is dead. The Ember is returned. 2 more core kills for Breezyar. Sonagod pops his BKB, killing the Abaddon, but it's in exchange for a Skyrock Mage. Now it's a 2v2 fight. Keeping the light and Ember versus Undying and Monkey King. Monkey King springs in, springs out, but as that happens, Nephilim and his Tombstone are fighting Breezy R. Jinx will give his Ember mana once again, and now Breezy R will attempt for a kill and undying again. Chains are only on Sonagod. Remnants is on the floor with the shard for some damage, but the Tombstone is being a real bother for this Radiant team. The zombies are stacking up on Jinx. Now the Tombstone at long last is dead, and the Remnant will bring down Nephilim. Breezy R, wicked sick, and he is... I said it before, I'll say it again, he is not willing to let his team lose this game.
Yeah, he also now has actually, like, prior to all this, he didn't even have a BKB. He has a BKB now, and it's gonna look rough. Oh my god, Brightside asked if you could join for draft of Game 3. Can I say yes? Please let me say yes.
Yeah, sure, why not? Sounds fun.
Yes. Yes. Yes, I'll marry you!
Greg.
What was I gonna say?
We're getting Greg.
Yeah. What was I thinking about? So now this game is kind of gonna have to be Monkey King getting gold while his teammates don't feed, and the enemy team somehow does not farm more than him. Because this Monkey King just isn't at the point where he can like do what he needs to. Like it's just he's not there. They also probably need to continuously look for pickoffs with DK plus Sky, like the Skywrath ultimate. It's kind of hard, but like they should look for like maybe Coddle and CK. CK no BKB yet. He can still die maybe. I mean, it's tough.
CK is still never... I mean, he's got 2.9k HP. It's not easy kills.
That's what Armla turned on, you know? Like, they can find him with it turned off. It's hard, though, you know? I'm obviously, like... I'm looking positively for them. I'm not trying to give them ways they can get back in the game.
This is true, and alas... I'm not an optimist or a pessimist. I'm a realist. It's doable, but difficult for Poltergeist. I mean, they've done it before. It's one of those teams and lands that loves to play from behind, to do the high ground defense, to play from behind and make the comeback, but it's going to require certainly some mistakes by the side of the Beast of US East, and perhaps a mistakenly bottom lane. Breezy R feeding away a massive streak to Skywrath and Monkey King, but he has the BKB, so...
It's really hard. I mean, with Pango, if Pango, like, really, like, excellently, like, chain stunned him, it was definitely possible. It was 100% possible, but I don't know I don't know if Pango didn't have faith that he would be able to chain stun him, or why they didn't try. I feel like when you're down this much, you probably should just give it a go. But okay, they might be setting up for it now, but too late. They gathered their courage by the time it was no longer viable. Definitely. Oh, that guy's a level 30 Pango. Wow. Okay. I mean, he should have went for it then. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, Hull City, if you know, Hull City has a lot of like level 25, level 30. He's a real pub spammer. I think Hull City might play the most Dota games of anyone in like lads. He plays a lot of Dota games. At least he used to. A little bit less nowadays, but he in the past played a lot of pub games. He's got a lot of Grandmaster heroes and stuff.
Well, I feel like you should, if you're level 30 Pango, bro, you should be going for that. Okay, you gotta have some confidence on the heroes you're level 30 on, man. Can Andy join for Game 3 draft panel too, please?
Oh, so now Andy wants him for the draft panel. Okay. Sure, why not?
Okay, thank you. Sorry, I'm bullying you.
He spurned us game 1 though. He spurned us.
He was doing something. He was playing Terraria.
Good game. I'll give him that.
I wasn't really helping my cause when I said that, was I?
It's a good game. It's a good game.
Yeah, but I wasn't really helping my cause.
It's a good game.
Let's see. This Monkey King is getting close to the Scotty. Okay, this is their hope. It looks like Roshan got like a really late timer, no? Or am I crazy? Or
yeah, it's definitely on the later end. I mean, it's nearly at that like 3-minute sort of maximum time. So
yeah, that's really good. He can actually have Scotty before the Roche fight. If he can set up in the trees and get like a really good ring, they can actually win a fight. It's not easy. I mean, Radiant... Actually, wait, I just realized the Beast of US East has Ags and not a BKB. Okay, he's helping Dire get back into the game by not purchasing a BKB.
He's more interested in purging his teammates than he is actually not dying, apparently. So
I don't even know... What is he purging for them?
He's purging Ancient Steel and Dragon Tail. He just needs to not get stunned himself on the Strength Initiator somehow.
I see. I thought it was a soft. Does it actually dispel like hard stuns?
I
I thought it was
Ah,
just
good
a soft
question,
dispel.
You usually you stuff you need the hard to spell you can't do anyways because you're stunned. So good question
Yeah.
actually. We'll find out.
Well, I don't know if we actually will find out because it's possible that scenario doesn't occur. Just
All
to
right,
be
so
clear.
it's a basic dispel. So I will get rid of the ancient seal, but not the dragon tail. Correct?
Yes, and it will get rid of Pango disarm. There's that.
Are under attack.
Orb of corrosion from monkey. You know that's helpful.
He does not have an over corrosion.
Okay, well I was close.
I was like, I didn't know he had one of those, but he does not. So I guess there will be no dispelling the non-existent over corrosion, but instead they'll just
Radiant's bottom
see more farming. That's been the name of the game. We've been at 2017 kills for a long time now. Probably a solid 5 minutes of just nothing happening. You know, we're waiting for Roshan, and we mentioned earlier it's
Dyer's
near that 3-minute maximum Roshan window. And Notorious knows it. He's just sitting in the Roshan like, hey guys, where's Roshan? It should be here, right? Right, guys? Please? Roshan? Spawn? And it will eventually, but at the absolute latest possible time, pretty much. It's now there. He will ping it. His team will know, hey guys, we can get the second Roshan of the game, that Aegis in the Shard, but they've certainly delayed it longer than they might have wanted to.
Yeah, I mean,
radiant
I think that giving the second Roshan is not really acceptable. It's gonna be Shard on Nier and Ags, or not Ags, and Aegis. He can honestly just use the first few minutes of the Shard to get his Aghanims, and then just go like force high ground. I think that this was the spot that they really should have been fighting them on, but no attempt was made. They did find the Ember.
Oh,
That's a big.
wait. I didn't even catch that. I was watching Roshan. That's a big mistake there by Breezy R. And
It's
great
kind of
execution
really
by Polar
bad
Ass.
that it's really bad that this guy got that kill. Like his Monkey King and his Pango like need the gold to like deal with the Huskar. Like this guy, so Huskar's team should let him get his Ags. Then they'll go with Ember. They'll take the high grounds and like, yeah, this gold needed to be on other heroes. That was like the worst possible scenario. I guess it would have been worse if Undying got
The
it.
beast of US East. He is in. He solo kills Nephilim. He has the illusion looking for Filsky. Filsky's half HP and dropping rapidly. Mystic Flare is dropped, but no! Filsky's just dead. The beast of US East. He has a third kill. The beast!
The beast, bro. This guy is a beast. If they win this series, can we get him on the interview?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. But we are seeing buyback from Wall City, and Breezy R is still dead for 53 seconds, so it's time to defend. But the beast is in! Whole City will roll. It's not canceled in time, and now the stun. The magic immunity will delay the rack siege. Ranger racks are dead regardless. Nier is hitting melees. They're half HP and dropping rapidly. It is the top set of barracks
top barracks.
for the Feast of US East as the Beast and company run middle lane at Whole City. Problem City has Blink Dagger. Instead, they have the stationary mid barracks to siege. Nier is hitting again. Breezy R is still dead. Mystic Flare hits the beast, but he's still alive. Notorious keeps him alive for now, but it's Wukong's and Tombstone. The beast now perishes, and Dire certainly want more kills. Jinx is dead. They move to Abaddon, and Abaddon will TP, and she will survive. So it's only 2 deaths there. On the
Honestly,
Feast of East.
I think Nier could have just went in right there and killed like the support, walked away, and then reset the fight maybe. But that's definitely on Beast. Beast of US East was probably feeling himself a little bit too much because he kind of popped off and just killed all of Dire. So then he got a little too excited, you know. He went like he should have just let his Huskar hit high ground, but you know, not all things happen as they should.
Well, it will be time once again to potentially go on Breezy R bottom. When he died there last time, big kill when it happened, and now again, it's a roll, stunning Ember, but they need follow-up. It's another roll into the Mystic Flare and the Dragon Tail. Breezy R, not learning from his mistakes, gets caught nearly in the exact same spot as last time, and well, the Aegis, while productive, has missed its possible potential because for most of that time the Ember has been dead.
I mean, Dyer's doing a really good job of capitalizing on the mistakes that Radiant makes. They just they really need to like. They still haven't killed the Huskar with the Aegis and
Whole
killing
city
him
is
again. Ooh.
so dead.
Yeah, this Axe is going to be a real issue. Like Monkey King, in killing him in arena is like the real goal now.
Speaking of real issues, it's the Beast of US East going on a Glimmer Cape Dragon Knights. He blinks forward, he finds the DK, and DK will get forced to use his BKB, but CK has the talent. The reality of goes through magic immunity talent. So once this BKB, never mind, he blinks away again in time.
What I think Huskar could have ulted him, no? Or was it on cooldown?
I don't know. I'm watching that, but we are seeing in mid lane a bit of a good wave cut by Sonagod, but Radiant have more waves coming in, so only
They
delays.
also have a topside wave. Like you have to cut like he went to bottom after this, but like they need to cut the other waves. They're setting up for another kill here, but like, oh, Radiant should just go hit high ground. Radiant is kind of maybe walk into Dire, but probably still Radiant favored.
Illusions have expired on Phantasm, but instead it's near life breaking in for Cello Mellow. He'll drop a Mystic Flare, but that's well his dying breath. Skyrath is dead for a bit under a minute now, and well, you wanted a high ground.
Kind of getting
Siege.
wasted here.
It's only a tier 1 instead of going down.
Yeah, Huskar is not utilizing his Aegis the best. Definitely could have taken mid racks and then just came to do this after the mid racks are gone.
Radiant's bottom
They're picking out mid now, but I mean, Aegis timer 20 seconds, and Dire had now been our glyph. This could be a really risky high ground attempts. Phantasm is popped, but Dire have their defenders. It's only Skyrath dead for 10 seconds. Aegis is lost. The Beast is in the finds whole city. It's a dieback on Pangolier. What a great jump by the Beast of US East. And that's
Beast
the
of
big
US
play
East
we
is the
expected, the
beast.
big play he needed. We have Sonic on the backlines. He's disrupted by Huskar. Huskar taunts him in, and now it's a buyback used by Nephilim and Sonagod, but the defense is collapsing. It's 4v5, and Huskar is in. It's a dieback on Undying. Sonagod looks for the Beast. He's trying to salvage the team fight. He will bring down CK with his efforts. Now Dire moves to Breezy R. It's a 3v4 fight. Sonagod is hexed again, though. Breezy R, his BKB is active. They want the Monkey King. The Monkey King certainly will perish. And another buyback into dieback for Polar Ass. The
Jinx
Beast.
made a great call to buy Hex on Coddle. Coddle's one of the best heroes to just like get a Hex on really like relatively early in the game, and great decision on his part. There, the Monkey King he just couldn't find a good opportunity to BKB and use the arena at the same time, and that's probably game.
Yeah, they have not called the GG, but the inevitable will come soon. Filsky has buyback, but it's a defense 5v3. Pangolier, Dragon Knight, and Skyrath Mage. That is a nearly impossible defense, but they'll try anyways. They look for the Abaddon, but he has borrowed time. Mystic Flare hits Breezy R. Breezy R is fine, and now the throne has given up. It has crumbled. And you know what that means? We will be headed to a game number 3.
Pog, we're gonna get a game 3 draft panel, guys, with Andy and Brightside. It's gonna be Pog.
Well, let me invite Brightside and Andy Bendy to the lobby. And is he showing offline on Steam right now again?
I don't know. Don't yell at me.
I'll just go to my offline section, I suppose. Where
If you were in the Seal Guild, you'd be able to see him that way. I'm just putting that out there, bro. Whatever.
I have my own guild, sadly.
Okay,
I have my own guild happily.
Okay, well, I'm just saying. Okay, you you could, but whatever, bro. Whatever, not a big deal.
The whole city with some interesting lose the game and then flame. Interesting play there. Usually you do that after you win, not after you lose. But he has put out the flame. That is...
I mean, yeah,
it could backfire if he loses game 3.
I don't like the flaming in a league like this. Just have fun, guys. have fun. I mean, yeah, have a good time, guys. Come on.
I love the response from Notorious. I'm power. He is
Oh my
power.
God. Don't forget to invite Brightside and Andy to the call. Woo, woo.
Okay, let's move on over to. Do I have either of them added on Discord? Let's find out. Shall we? Brightside, I do. I will add him to the group DM. Let's check about Andy Bendy. I do not. Let's go.
Okay, I
add
can
him.
invite him to the call now.
That works too.
Andy Bundy. Here's Andy Bundy.
We're seeing a bit of flame from Breezy R. Making comments about the whole city's choices of talent on Pangolier. What talents did he go for anyways? He went for mana regen, rolling thunder duration, and swashbuckle damage. Apparently, Breezy R not happy with those selection of talents. Apparently he thinks they're bad, so.
Oh my gosh, Andy's here? Oh my gosh.
We are now being
Outside.
joined by two men. It is DPC caster, 7K support gamer extraordinaire, Gerg. How are you, Gerg?
That's not my name.
Alright, Greg.
Thank you.
We're also
Yeah.
being joined by a man who went from NA to EU and back again, former League of Legends semi-pro and current Dota 7K player, Andy Bendy. How are you?
Villain? I like Huskar.
Andy, would you prefer if people call you Bo?
Whatever you want. I like the name. Do you know the
Andy,
old anime?
don't join the broadcast channel, by the way. Apparently, it breaks it to have 4
Okay,
people.
I actually don't see a broadcast channel. I was gonna ask
You
you
have
guys.
to, yeah, you'd have to click the
Yeah.
create.
So should I? Where do I
Just
go?
stay. If you stay there,
Just
you'll be
chill
fine.
there, yeah. Just don't.
Between me, Andy, and Brightside, we have more MMR combined than these teams of 5 players.
That's true.
Probably not, but probably.
No, you're,
could be
you're like
close.
22k, like 22.1k combined, which is definitely short of like the
We're
31k.
more than that, okay? Respect us. Give us some respect.
Is Brightside like 7.5 now?
I don't know, but
Yes.
give us some respect.
Sure.
Let's just say for fun, let's round everyone up at 20. It'll be 23k total MMR. Add that to the mix, 28k MMR. We're still short of these teams. These are
You can't. You cannot prove that,
I have the numbers. I can prove that. Yeah.
guys.
What hero
guys,
do you want to see?
Gang
in
up
Game
on
3?
Badger. Gang up on Badger.
Yeah,
I
I don't
want
know.
to see. I want to see Necrophos or Razor.
I
in
want to
Game
see
3.
a Huskar,
Hey
man.
Jim, you know what hero I don't want to see?
What?
Coddle.
Oh, I mean, I hate Coddle. It's
I
so
hate
OP.
that
I
hero,
mean,
man.
It's so OP, bro. It's so easy.
You know what hero I
to-
do want to see?
What?
Bugna.
I don't. I hate.
Oh, I want to see
Pugna.
Pugna too.
I
I
want to
hate
see some
Pugna.
Bugna.
I hate.
I'm
Pugna, bro.
surprised no one picked it. It's really annoying in pubs to play.
It's actually
It's,
really easy too, honestly.
It's so easy,
Yeah, it seems pretty-
man.
seems easy.
So easy.
I've never seen it do poorly in lane. Like, yeah, I've never seen
Well,
it.
that's because it makes it literally impossible to trade with the hero because you just right click from 500 range.
You
with
don't
a
even have to
ward.
know how to use your decrypt well. You can actually just auto attack from range and click Q every once in a while, and you'll
And
do
throw out
great.
another ward occasionally.
You'll manage if you can do all of those things.
Yeah, I'm surprised no one picked Pugna. Plus, he's not that hard, so like, it's not like you need to be an expert to pick Pugna.
What happened in game one? Oh, Breeziar lost with the mid tusk. Okay, I see.
It was a winnable game. It's just they did not execute the late game team fights properly. And
So
then
it was like a
also-
really
Arizona.
hard game.
Last game was definitely a lot less close than game 1. Like it was still a game, but like, yeah.
I don't know if you can afford to give away this many coddle synergies. Like,
I mean,
It's-
all
it
I mean,
seems like
the
asking
thing
to
with
lose.
Coddle is that it could literally just play with Ember the entire game and not even care, right?
yeah, but you could also just play with CK and kill everybody too. So it's just like,
Yeah. Well, I think the CK ones. I think the CK one sounds better than it actually is, to be honest. That's maybe just my opinion.
DK Coddle?
Yeah, I mean it's pretty good, but it's not like it's no like Spirit plus Coddle. Yeah, I
What
don't
is-
know. I
this
mean,
is a-
they just shouldn't give them Coddle, like because. Well, honestly, you guys know what the real OP, like most OP hero with Coddle is from mid?
Storm.
Pango.
Oh yeah, that's the other one. Yeah, you're right.
I think Pango is more OP than Storm. Like you have like instant refresh on your Q. Your W is like always gonna be up. Like you're always gonna be
The
taking reduced
defensive.
damage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's because of how value diffusal is, right?
Yeah.
You get like a 15-minute diffusal blade, and with the coddle, you can just kill literally any hero on the map.
Honestly,
Right?
if you're having a good game, you can have it so much earlier too, right? Like you can have diffusal realistically from mid, but like even at like 10 minutes.
Yeah,
like,
whole head at
on a good
11. Yeah,
game.
you're right.
Was Medusa banned this year? Second game.
I think so
No.
in the second phase.
Maybe
right?
second phase. Yeah. Yeah, it was 9 band.
Makes sense. Makes a lot of sense there.
The Monkey King pick was also really. I don't know why people pick Monkey King into Huskar.
Why why isn't it as good as people think it is?
Because people think like, oh, like Huskar man fights you, so like you're gonna own him, and you have like life steal, and you have like a high damage nuke physical on your Q. The problem is that like Huskar like farms like 100 times faster than you, and Monkey King does not want to go Battle Fury because as we saw, like he cannot kill you at all. Then, B like Huskar's always gonna buy Halberd, like
And you
every
already have a
single
built-in
game.
disarm.
Yeah.
You double disarm plus.
And then C, like Monkey King can never man fight Huskar unless he's in arena, or the Monkey King is at like 4 items, and like at that like 4 items, like, including like a Scotty like Abyssal, not even Basher, Abyssal. I just
Yeah.
don't. It's.
I guess it takes a lot of items for the Monkey King because I imagine the Monkey King getting like Scotty and some items, and then you like the ring. Cause you can't. Yeah, that's what I would imagine. But it takes a while to get like
If your team
Scotty
can
items.
hold him down in the ring, it's pretty good, honestly. Like if your team
because you can't actually get stacks. So
yeah. But like they also like the Monkey King like shouldn't be trying to make all of his gold by just ricing. Like he should be like fighting. Problem there was that A, he didn't buy fighting items, and B, I mean his teammates didn't really have great setup if he did. Honestly, they had enough, and it was like he probably should have, or he definitely shouldn't have bought Battle Fury. It was useless.
I think it's so
honestly.
crazy teams are first phase banning Tiny still. I'm not gonna lie.
I think a lot of teams just don't even want to deal with it. Frankly, it's just annoying. Like forget about whether or not like forget about. Like,
I guess Beast's pool doesn't really scream countering Tiny, but it's just like I feel like the hero's kind of been figured out, at least as a carry.
I mean, I think a lot of the heroes that are good against it, like I feel like in lads, it's not the best anti-Tiny.
What are the heroes that are good against Tiny?
Veno, Necro, TA, Dusa, TBs come into the meta against it.
Yeah.
Pretty much any range Scotty buyer that has high armor, I'd say as a carry, and then the offlane.
Like from the not carrier role, like one example is like Timbersaw, but that's actually really volatile. Like it can go so hard either way. Like even in lane. Like Batrider, which is not like I mean I guess this whole city guy plays it right, but like Batrider isn't really like a hero people like have in their pool for whatever reason. Like in lads or like lower MMR leagues, I don't know why people don't seem to play that hero. A lot of supports deal with it well. Like I saw some teams picking like Winter Wyvern against Tiny.
Oh,
like,
that does seem pretty good.
It's banned though, so you don't have to.
Yeah.
Why does Polar like this Omni Knight hero so much? I actually it just seems so weird, like the high prio it when you don't pick the synergy with it early. Like it's not good versus Coddle. It's
dude, what the hell?
I feel like the AM is a little scary because you can just put Sand King mid.
Yeah, you can easily put Sand King mid.
And then now they can double pick their offlane. Unless
I think Anti-Mage is just an awful hero, bro.
I do agree with that as well.
I think Anti-Mage is only
it's
good.
Really
like,
fun.
Yeah, it is really fun. I just think it's awful.
You also just
really fun.
First pick this Coddle and you want to you normally want to like 8 pick your like a good synergy with the Coddle, like Ember or something, and that now you just don't have that.
Yeah, if Radiant was smart, right now they would ban Storm Spirit and Pango next, and then like you've removed the like those 3 heroes are like OP with Coddle. They're like,
and you can't pick AM into Storm either.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you can pick Storm into AM. I don't like.
I guess that's
having talked to a lot of Storm players. I don't think that like it's obviously annoying,
right.
but
no, you're right.
You always can jump him. The AM.
Yeah, I mean for the first like 20 minutes, like he's scared shitless of you, especially if you buy Orchid.
All right, let's see if I don't know the how big the hero pool is on the Dire mid, but if he like
on Breezy, he's got a good pool. He's
I mean, Pango should be the #1 priority at this point. I think Storm is still good, but I think Pango's so insanely good into these two heroes, it's disgusting. Storm
The
is
thing
also
is,
good,
like,
but
I don't know if Beast plays. I know a lot of teams are valuing it as highly as an offlaner as well.
yeah, but I think it doesn't like. I think you can just pick it, put it mid, and then it doesn't matter what the enemy picks. Like you're just gonna be playing Coddle Pango from mid, and it's gonna be
That makes sense.
it's so OP. I mean, I played against it twice in DPC, and like their Pango player was feeding into us like repeatedly, and like it literally didn't even matter. It was so like you can be so bad, and it's so good.
That's part of why I've been seeing a lot of teams in response to this Coddle hero. They just early pick the Bane when they see early Coddle because they know something like that's coming out, which I think is a sick response. But instead, they have this Omni Knight hero that offers literally no utility in terms of catching.
Yeah, I mean, Omni Knight is a strong hero in the meta because what you do is you pick Omni Knight and then you pick some like Giga Chad carry who like is gonna become your god.
Which, I mean,
Actually, you know
Polar
what, bro? Yo, dude,
what?
if Radiant plays Huskar, they should pick Huskar, bro. Holy shit, it'd be such a
It's
good.
really good for Sam, right?
It's so AM does
It's pretty good
nothing.
versus Coddle too.
Yeah. AM and Coddle do nothing to it the entire game.
I won't lie. I don't think I've ever seen Sonic God play that hero.
All right.
No. So
I
Whole
mean,
city's got it,
like,
boys. I'm
does whole city play Huskar, bro? I mean,
Badger, you got do you know?
Badger.
I see. Okay,
I think Badger
don't
might have
think
left
he-
us to go do
I'd bet
something.
I'd bet good money that Hull's not an avid Huskar player. Maybe he's silver tier on it.
Wait,
But
so what are some good characters to pick with Omni once Tiny's off the table?
I mean, Sven is okay still. Like that, if you want to like talk
I
classics, but
I think Sten not a good hero.
it's
but
not a really good
it's
hero
pretty
in the patch.
it's pretty good with Omni Knight and it's pretty good against AM. I don't know.
I think
Yeah.
Gyro looks okay, Luna looks okay, but none of them are good versus AM is the only problem.
I mean, I think Luna's fine because you can end the game so fast with Luna Omni Knight. Like
Yeah,
if you,
I'm actually really surprised that Hoodwink didn't get banned. I think didn't Cello own on this in game one? Maybe
I think
didn't
he, I
own.
think he played pretty well.
I think this is.
But I don't think he played. I think that like I think in game one they kind of more like I'm not like discounting the Radiant team or Polar S, but like I think they probably don't feel too bad about playing against any of the heroes in game one because they probably just felt like, oh, we made some mistakes. Like I don't know if you watched it, but there was definitely just more like a lot of
No,
like
I
self
saw it was
mistakes.
I believe you. I believe you. I just think Sand King Hoodwink. I know Cello loves Hoodwink, and
This
it's
lane
like
is really annoying
it's
too.
just such a classic
Also,
lane,
AM fucking
and it's yeah.
Excuse my cursing. AM is so bad in lane. In lane and in game against. I mean, not in game so much, but in lane, really bad against Hoodwink. I would have banned this
No,
if I was the AM player.
I
'cause it's so
completely
annoying.
agree. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think it's weird that they didn't contest it.
All right,
Because
let's
I like
see.
that. The second Sand King came out, I was thinking Hoodwink on Polar S. So surely Dyer's got to be thinking something similar.
Brett said,
Right?
you know what really bothers me every time I see Sand King picked in these leagues and even in like weaker DPC games is that people like people never punish first phase Sand King with a strong pause 5.
What do you guys think if they
That's
pick
a-
Tusk
that-
here? Like,
that
play,
is a
like,
strong
Tusk,
plus
like,
5
That
Tusk
is a good
or
one.
something?
What, Andy?
That is a good pick.
Oh, never. I was gonna say if they play like Tusk 5 and got an Uva and anti mage.
Tusk is weird because it's double melee. You want like I think Jack is actually a super sick
Yeah,
pick
yeah,
here.
yeah.
It is
Jack is
into
good.
Omni, but ideally the Jack will have done his job before he interacts with the Omni Knight.
Well, I think Jack is actually like I think Jack is really good because it can make it really hard for Omni to enter fights, right? Like, let's say you put an
Yeah,
ice
that's
path
true.
down on a like a cliff type area or like a narrow area. Panda. That's
The problem is they don't have any setups on. Like so normally like the Dream Jack Jakiro game, right, Jim, is like you start the fight with a stun and then Jakiro follows it up.
Or you can
but
just
right
be
now-
like me, bro. I'm a Chad Jakiro
Yeah,
player.
unless you're just
I
a Giga
start-
Chad Jack, yeah.
I'm a Chad Jakiro player, bro. I don't need setup. All right, I'll just pop it. Just...
I mean, they can still find a 4.
No.
or 2
I mean, real
on the
talk. They
final
do have
pick.
Solar Bind. Although I will say Jinx looks more like a backline Coddle player from what I've seen. So not
Badger,
sure if
I
he's
mean,
gonna
yeah,
be-
you're right, Badger, but it's like it has to be your mid on this. It's like just Dragon Knight is the only hero I can think of, which is untouched.
So PA looks really good into the
Sorry,
first
PA
3. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, that's how it goes. Hey, Badger.
PA looks really good into the first 3 heroes that they picked, but isn't it kind of awful against Brew? Am I wrong? Like I thought like this hero hates Brewmaster because before BKB you'll get lifted every fight and dealt with last, And after
I don't know
BKB,
how much you can. How much are you worried about lift with Omni Knight?
Wait, oh, I guess that is fair.
Because like, if the Omni Knight's good, you can purge him through the
Yeah,
tornado.
yeah,
so
yeah,
that's...
yeah, I forgot about that. No, I forgot I had Omni Knight. But still,
But
I kind of don't like
I mean, Brewmaster owns Omni Knight if you want to go there.
Yeah.
Because
Well, I
of
don't
the purge
like
and the
PA
lift.
against Brew because like you're never gonna be able to kill their offlaner in team fights, which is like usually like you like to jump like cores or
But I
mean,
think
you
PA
really
PA
against
wants to
supports,
kind of
but-
play the backlines, and I think she can actually kill the pandas when she has like 3 items.
I
So
think it's
it goes both
eh.
ways probably.
I mean, PA is good at killing. PA loves jumping backlines, but Caudle and Jakiro can actually play so far back that they're really annoying to jump. I mean,
What's really nice about the Dire sub duo is they like can kind of protect each other versus the PA this game, which I think is really important in fights.
also they're both really good at getting gold to get like a casual Ghost Scepter.
Yeah,
I mean, if it's core
very
Cuddle
true.
too, he's gonna have E-Blade really early on.
Do you think
Radiant-
it's? I don't think it's going to be for Coddle. I'd be shocked at this point.
Oh, do you think the Breezy guy plays it too? Because last game it was for Caudle.
I mean, I think Breezy can play it, but it's probably 4 because you have the Brood lane already with it, which is probably one of the better lane combos.
10 seconds.
I am very. I think Radiant needs some solid Sable. Like right now, they basically have Burrow, and then like they need more ways to hold down the backline, and to keep this AM like trapped. You know, like they need more to let this PA play the game.
I think they just need like a Dragon Knight as Kiro, right? That's exactly what you're saying.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, any of the
But they
solid
need.
like
Do
any
they
of
have
the
enough
solid
damage if they go like a Dragon Knight as
I mean,
Kiro?
they have PA. Like they can just always put all their faith into PA to eventually. Like they can just always like just be like, yo, PA, like
Carry
just-
me, please.
yeah. Dude, this is a really good game for the anti-mage old school build where you, like no, it's not that old school. Like
I mean, Dyer has Pango as an option still, so if Breezy plays it, he can still take it.
do you remember the anti-mage build where you would go Manta or you go B Fury, Manta, Lincoln's AC? This is a good game for it, by
Yeah,
the way.
I mean, did you see did you see that Brame game, Jim?
No, I didn't.
He went AC
I
Rapier
was
so they
in
could end the
class during
game.
that. Oh, Pog.
It's pretty baller. They
Um,
need.
what
I
is-
really think I mean, if you play Pango, you take it here, but otherwise, you just need some sort of tempo. Oh,
If this guy's really good at Snapfire, it's
that's
so
a
good.
cool. That's a really cool pick.
Who do you guys think is mid? Snap?
I think it's Snap.
Yeah, if this guy's good at Snapfire mid, it's actually really good with Caudle, but it's so easy to feed on Snapfire mid into heroes like Hoodwink and Sand King and PA.
It's just this pick is really cool because it offsets the physical resistance from the Omni and stuff, and then like the you don't care blur for the most part. But like, I don't think this hero wants to be first in, so it's like all on this Brewmaster, right?
Yeah, that's not really what Brewmaster does.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly. That's where my concern
well,
is.
the thing is right now is that like, this Snapfire could just like I don't know if you watch like Gunner play Snapfire.
I watched him play versus Quint versus
Yeah,
TSM, right?
I think that this is the kind of game where the Snapfire could just eat the enemy heroes alive. Like he right now has 3 targets that as a mid Snapfire he can like one shot like for the first 15 minutes of the game like with no sweat on his back. So if he can like farm those guys and his Caudle can like spam him, he can just get really farmed really fast. Like he could have like Blink Travel as BKB at like I don't know 18-19 minutes pretty easily this game. Slardar.
So it is going to be mid Sand Cannon. That's surely to be expected. And now that I mean it's not the best Slardar lane. I've gotta say. It's okay.
I think this is like I think Slardar into AM is good, but I think that this is like kind of a bait. Like Slardar really hates Brewmaster.
And he really hates Jakiro.
Yeah, and he also hates Caudle if the Caudle player like clicks
Clicks
utilizes
his
his buttons.
D-spell. Yeah, he clicks
Yeah.
clicks his buttons.
I mean, even Solar Bind is so annoying for that hero, bro. Like
What I really
it's honestly a
what
pretty
I-
awful Slardar game outside of the
it's
lane.
the Radiance Drift is really greedy though. I think Breezy R has a lot of potential to just like walk to side lanes with his ulti or runes and just find free kills and just like secure their early landing phase.
Yeah,
Because I think that's all they really need is a good start on their lanes for the Dire.
I think a big question will be how well the Jakiro plays this lane, because I think that this lane should go actually pretty like not bad, but like it could if it goes bad, it could go so bad, and that would be like
Yeah.
like the Slardar doesn't jungle, right? Like Slardar like needs to like come out of lane strong, and Dire or Radiant, yeah, Radiant needs Slardar to have a good lane. I feel like this is gonna be a.
It's probably
or-
worded differently. I think I said it. I said it weird. You need your AM. You need this feast team. They need to have good lanes. But Polar if they don't have good lanes, it's okay. But if they win their lanes on Polar, the game feels really impossible.
Yeah. I think that I mean, I think the like most important thing is like the Slardar lane needs to go well, because like Sand King can always get farm. PA doesn't really need to involve early on, but like Slardar like needs to win his lane. Like this hero sucks if it doesn't win its lane. Like it's really a bad. It's really an awful hero if it doesn't win its lane. Honestly.
Luckily, most offlaners kind of just build to win their lanes regardless of the hero. I think Slardar's haven't seen him a lot, but like being able to go this double bracer build up has got to feel really nice for this hero.
Yeah, I mean, just the question is like, are he and his Hoodwink going to be tanking double what do you call it, dual breaths together the whole time, or are they going to do some fancy stuff? They going to get on the Jakiro and pound him down, or what? Like,
It's a really easy. It's like there is a lot of like pressure on the Jakiro, like you said, because he could easily die in this lane, but he could easily just win.
yeah,
Top
I mean,
lane,
if he
so.
gets to level 2 safely and the wave's on his side, and he's like, you know, like competent, like he could kind of start nuking him out
I
pretty
can
hard.
still W. Okay, it's fine.
Yeah, I mean, mid lane, a lot of brawling towards the Omni Knight, but it's not really any kills quite yet. If you are starting, welcome to game number 3, but the action is still continuing. It's Dire looking to fight a 3-man dual breath from the turret into a large dominator from Jinx. Filthy will crush and run, but Dire claim the rune. They want the kill on Slardar, the beast. Notorious
another dual
Jinx,
breath?
they're running forward. Dual breath. It's a 2-man push back. The kill will go to Jinx on the Coddle.
That feels that's like cool, but Jakiro's out of mana.
Yeah, he does have 3 mangoes, but though he's chatting up.
Sometimes lucky, sometimes unlucky.
True. So that's like he's gonna have like 2 dual breaths effectively. But
Yeah.
it feels really bad just go into the lane like this. We just spent all this time talking about how he can win the lane, and now he has like very limited resources.
Yeah, I mean, he's got to send out some more mana regen. Let's just.
Let's just hope he doesn't rush mana boots like he has queued up.
Yeah, dude. Last game on Abaddon, he had some sussy item.
Hey, no flame,
choices.
no flame.
I just said I call it sussy. Sussy's good. Sussy's good and bad.
Hey, Badger, did you see that Among Us was part of a clue in Jeopardy today?
It was something like, I think the answer was sus, right?
Yeah, the answer was sus. Yeah, it was.
I was eating dinner, so I wasn't paying the most attention, but I was like, wait a minute. That sounds like sus. Wait a minute. It's
Among
Look
Us.
at how much damage the Hoodwink takes from just getting autoed a couple times, hit by the creeps once or twice, and then a Q.
He's a mango. He uses mango and didn't have enough mana still. So.
Yeah, I saw that. Ooh, not the.
Yeah,
Both
this is the
supports are
concern.
taking a lot of damage.
So
but-
he has enough for one more dual breath, and he used his salve on himself. So it's gonna be. This is really good for the Radiant top lane. This is like dream scenario right now.
We will see what happens though. It is lads. You really never know what's gonna happen in lanes, as I've said
Oh,
so many times.
Jinx.
bot lane Jinx being run at by Sani and Nephilim, but it's not enough damage. It's extremely close with the stick being activated on Coddle. No death.
Playing, I love having a PA when you're playing these like range squishy backline 4s like Sky, Coddle, because the 5 can play so aggressive, and you can always count on some backup help from the PA.
I feel like they have not played a lot of games with this Coddle hero as their pos 4 because they never really sync up very well to like get the range creep. You know, like with the.
You just nuke the wave like all the way in.
Yeah, and then like your pos 3 preemptively like starts to cast their spell and like it's set up for
Look
it.
at that look at that spicy sentry ward, by the way, that's blocking the hard camp.
Ooh, wow, so that's a fancy one.
Oh, he's
I don't
gonna
e-
get it. He has to help.
I'll be honest,
Yes.
I don't know.
Okay,
I don't know
he
how to
got
do
it.
that. Warding.
You don't what?
I don't know how to ward, bro. It's too hard.
You don't know to. You just place the ward. What?
It's too complicated, bro. Leave me alone.
Not the other side though, so he's just not prepared.
Oh my god.
This is a century war. Like, what's going on?
Jinx, he's doing his job. He's being annoying. I mean, Nephilim.
It's really important though that Neff can test this hard camp, because otherwise the Kato lane will just spam you into oblivion.
I think it's actually a big mistake, by the way, that he hasn't dewarding a small camp, because like you need to at least try to utilize your small camp against a hero like Brewmaster, who like, you know what I mean? Like,
He's not like the scariest of laners.
yeah. I mean, he's already level 3 though, and that hero pumps up pretty fast. See how mid's doing.
Dude,
It's
this mid lane has got to be a snoozer. Yeah. I'm like...
Dude, I don't know, you guys. I don't know, man. Like the Sand King, I don't think
he can
he's
die
really,
in this lane.
Yeah. Also on top, well, on top of that, he's not really hitting a small camp, and the Snapfire's getting a lot of denies.
Where's Hole going? Okay, he's going to take the
bounty. Oh my god, poor
going
man.
to run to get the. This is the most feels bad part of if this happens to you when you're playing mid.
Sand King is really not a mid hero that likes to be poor. He's not really okay with it.
But the nice thing is that if you do have a bad lane, you can just take ancients. If you ever have ancient stacks or anything, like you are the best comeback hero from the mid lane, one of the better ones.
Yeah, the thing is, I don't think his team is really doing the whole like stacking their woods thing. You know, they seem to be more.
They're not. That's not on their minds right now.
Honestly, no one really does that in lads ever. No one
Cello
really
just popped a clarity and got
stacks
immediately
woods.
right clicked. I'm sagging in the club.
Yeah,
Bald's
it's tough.
brawling right now. These side lanes, it's 2v2 brawling. We saw Jinx just like. We saw the Beast King running earlier. Just Son of God and Nephilim face taking a full channel Lumen because of it. It's absolutely wild.
Notorious.
Honestly, Jakiro's got to die. He has no regen.
Yeah,
and no
I want
resources.
him to go die. Like, and don't walk back. Don't. I hope he doesn't walk to base. This is gonna be really sad.
Okay, yes, you're doing great, Cello. Kill him.
He should die. Yeah, you want to die here. This is perfect.
Alright,
Now-
so
now
Cello
you
is
let-
helping Notorious.
Now you let yourself die. Yes.
Oh, and the Hoodwink wasted his Q in it. Oh, Hoodwink should go suicide.
Yeah, he's got.
Yeah, he figured it out.
What do you think of the? So he's got Urn queued up on Cello. What is that normal?
Hoodwinks will go it if they really need a vessel sometimes, or they'll just get a casual.
Yeah,
order.
it just
I
doesn't.
don't like it.
Is this a good vessel game? Really?
It's not a good vessel game, and on top of that, I think it's not a good Hoodwink Earn game. I play a decent amount of this here, and I'd say I'm pretty okay at it. And I'm not a believer in this game.
Nephilim's
Jinx?
in, and Jinx will have to once again pop his stick. This
Oh,
bottom
Beast has
lane
another round of
is
spells,
actually
yeah.
insane. Now Son of God is on the run, has
doesn't
no
have
mana or HP, so this is a hard escape. He's slowed by the Beast, and Son of God should eventually die. Keyword is should. And there comes the kill. They'll move to Nephilim,
Neph
he'll
is also
purify
dead.
himself, but yeah. Illuminate again. Down goes Nephilim as well. It's 2 kills for the Beast and Jinx, and now top lane, it's... Never mind, Filski's fine. He's very low, but he's fine.
Really greedy build from this PA. He didn't go. He went straight Ook, Orb Corrosion, no wand or any stats.
Yeah, I honestly kind of can't believe he doesn't have a stick, but Brenta, what do you think about this 1-1-1 build on Omni Knight? I feel like he should have just like put 2 points in his W, because like every time the Panda uses W or Q, you can get like, you know what I mean? Like you can dispel a lot and give him a lot of HP regen and strength.
It's really good for Nier, by the way. He gets the solo XP for that kill on Filski. About the Omni, I honestly like the level 1. Oh, you're talking about like 0-2-1 or?
Yeah, I'm saying he could go. I think 0-2-1 would have been
Yeah,
better in this game.
that'd be. I like that more too. Yeah, because I really like the E point.
Yeah,
in
I
this
think
lane.
his Q isn't giving him the most, and the thing is, this hero has a 339 mana pool. You know, it's not exactly. All right, you're no coddle, bro. Chill. You know. Let's not pretend.
Must be nice having free mana.
And
Also-
fun to be the Beast. I mean, free mana 2 lanes in a row.
He's also gonna, because of these kills, he's gonna get 6 first, and that's really bad for the PA. Because PA specifically, not a hero that wants to jungle early.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, PA's are not the type of hero that like wants at least like treads plus like a component of B Fury to jungle, like realistically. But I mean, they
Yeah.
usually get sent there.
Oh?
earlier than that.
You think he'll Beast the Brewmaster that
That's-
delay this, but can they finish it? One more hit will do it, and yes, that is a massive
Okay.
kill for Son of God.
That is super massive. What? He just didn't respect the corrosion, I don't think. It's really
Yeah,
scary,
they
bro.
haven't really been lining up their engages too well together, the Coddle and the Brewmaster, and it leads to awkward moments like that.
Oh, hold on.
Whole
Hold.
City might go down here. He's in his own sandstorm, but the Illuminates, is it enough damage? Yes, it is. Breezy are the level help from Jinx. They bring down Sand King, and Epi is... He didn't finish handling the Epi, but he's just dead. Over to bot lane again, though. Sonogod and Nephilim running at the Beast, but this time, no kill on Brewmaster.
They're really punishing the beast, or the beast. Sorry, the Brewmaster. I guess it is the beast. If you used they're really punishing that early death, but he just
There's
gets
the
6.
splits, but can Sonogod get saved by Nephilim? He's purified, healed, level 2 purification,
I think he's
but the
fine.
Brewlings still want Sonogod. He's half HP.
Okay, maybe
he will
he's
be
not.
damaged
Take
by
it
the
back.
Illuminates, and yep, one more bit of damage from that fire Brewling will do. But over to top lane, it was a Burrow Epi combo from Whole City. Somehow got 2 kills on Notorious. How did that happen? Top lane.
Don't know. I will say that I think this Omni Knight has soaked way too much EXP from the PA. By the way, I think that if the PA like had gotten more solo EXP and was like level 6.
Wait, did you say that?
He shoveled the bounty and he got greedy. Whole City.
I've never seen that. He's.
Dude, this guy's so far up though. Oh my
What
God.
is he doing here, Breezy? This
He's
is
not
not.
in this room, but there's dust and the corrosive haze. This Breezy are in Whole City.
So Whole City's game was in the dumpster, and it's pretty much completely revived off of all of this shenanigans.
Yeah, those were some real shenanigans. That's a good way to put it.
Some
Jakiro-
tomfoolery, perhaps.
I feel like Jakiro should have just got dove there. There's no way they should have just ran that guy down, bro.
I mean, they are
So-
pinging him, so perhaps soon.
So who's at the end of the day, they got the real winners were Sand King, because he got 3 kills, right? And then I'd say the Slaughter was also a pretty big winner. The real loser's Anti-Mage, because he's jungling at level 6 on it.
Yeah, I mean, that's just you know I don't like AM. I know you don't like AM. You know we're not.
Yeah, we're not AM fans. This is an AM
Yeah, not an AM fan. Call.
anti-AM club.
Top lane. Well, no anti-AM movements, but it's an anti-Jakiro movement. Whole City BOT'd with his music travel into the top lane, bringing down Jakiro. So now the T1 tower. I don't feel good about the T1 tower staying alive for much longer.
Yeah, I think
on either side.
I think Jakiro was not quite aware that like he's not really allowed to leave his trees and he should just cast spells from fog, but you know, he didn't.
He
do
probably
that,
is
so
going to die there regardless. But this is really nice because they have.
You could buy a lot more
So
time.
this is
that
the
way,
real
though.
coddle. This is why you want this hero.
You know, I was
he
wrong.
gave-
Tower's alive, yeah.
Yeah. So an AM is going to get the bottom tower. Hold on.
He has the split, but actually lacks the mana for
Doesn't
it. But you
need
know
it.
what? Apparently split not need to bring down Filsky. The Beast slaps him down with his weapon, and now another kill for the Brewmaster, a third one this game.
The
Game's looking
Slaughter
a little.
hates
Sorry.
coddle, like we said. There's so
Yeah.
many slows and attack speed like inhibitors.
Yeah, this is like this Slardar is not. This Slardar should not be happy with where he is. This hero did not really quite get
This
that
is-
nice lane.
Hole is the biggest call on the map if they find him.
He is half HP, but he has an Omni Knights. Burrow, Epi will be there. Actually, Epi is cancelled.
He
Get
canceled.
agreed there by Whole City, and now they actually do not kill Jakiro.
He just like sold out his Omni Knight. He said, "See ya, kid."
Because you know what? I don't want to kill Jakiro. I'm actually going to instead let you die. And now it will be a death on Omni. Do not move to Whole City once again. Epi this time will complete. Jakiro will be the trade, so it's one support for one support. But Dire, they're on the run. Filsky has arrived, but the Beast and Jinx are just running away.
This is so good for the Dire. Everything that's happening is like best case scenario for them. AM has just been allowed to sit bottom. He got the tower CS, I believe, down there. He's pretty much completely caught back up into the game. And the big tempos creator, the Slardar, he is really sad. Like he has not been able to progress towards his blink
Right
at
side
all.
for Radiant though, they do have a Sand King who has Aghanims on the purchase list. Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
He's going Ags.
Very useful. Very, very useful.
I'm sensing sarcasm from my
I don't know, man. Just
co-commentator
buy a
here.
Blink Dagger, man. Like, I don't know. Just what's
Goodbye,
wrong with
Filsky.
Blink Dagger?
He's
I thought he-
slowly being run down top lane. He's still alive.
Oh,
and
this
now
is
it's
if they
to
can kill the
turn.
Kato, they can get the tower.
Focus the Brewmaster, though. He has no split, but he has Phase Boots, and he wants to run away. It's Burrow into the damage, but the damage... Okay, with the Sharpshooter, that'll be enough.
Yeah, I don't know about this Ags on Sand King. Like, the Blink seems just
Let's
better.
not
Like,
pretend like there's any debate. He should just have a blink.
It's
Let's
not like this isn't some controversial opinion that
Yeah.
Ags is a substitute.
Yeah, let's not pretend like he should be buying anything that's not Blink right now. I don't know. It's just let's there's no
We'll see. It's definitely greedier, but
Big
Son of
kill on
God.
Son of God. I don't think he has a way out. He tries to blur, but no. The Mana Void. Carry on,
AM
carry
gets-
action. AM gets it.
So on the bright side, on the bright side for Radiant, PA does almost have Battle Fury. On the downside, it they went the no treads Battle Fury, which better than when AM does it, but still not good in my opinion. Not
It's
the
good
biggest
if you
fan.
don't die before you get it, but now that he died, it feels like
Yeah,
it feels a lot worse when you
thing
try
is,
to
it's
go
really
this
easy
greedy
for them to
build.
gank him, right? And like they could just try to pay attention to. I mean, what they really should do is they should just go smoke to his triangle the moment they see he's not bottom. I don't think they're gonna do that, but that's what they should do because they have split and they have kisses. But they're not gonna
You
do
just
that.
want to contest these stacks, pretty much. I guess they don't have vision on them. They might just be able to walk in. You look at this.
Yeah, I mean, they have Brewmaster. Brewmaster's
This
a real
is
chatty
really
hero.
good. If they can contest these stacks and get a kill. Okay, they're just gonna kisses.
Well, Nephilim looks like
He's
kill
dead.
go down. It is
He's,
Morris kisses in the damage. He's
oh?
still alive on Omni, but I don't think he has much more life in him. The urn is active. Touching Guard Angel in time. Now Breezy R is on the run. Sharpshooter hits Breezy R again, but the damage is just short. Cello wants it. Bushwhack misses. Instead, it's a burrow on Jakiro.
They're
So
burning
Cello
over
and
here,
Notorious
though.
on the run. Notorious low. Cello low. Notorious dead. Cello also dead. 2-for-1 trade. 2 supports for 1 support. But the Beast still wants to fight. Split is over. It's Epi looking for Brew. Brew is low.
Nice
He has to cookie
cookie.
further towards the Radiance. And he's just
That was,
running away. He's still alive.
That was a beautiful force staff by Jinx, by the
Yeah,
way.
that's
force
sick.
staff and cookie was so good. Is he
Another
might
burrow
still
on
get him?
Brewmaster, but there's the damage. Sonic got that. It's a trade for Kilski. Near, at long last, arrived. The two-man
Gosh,
cookie,
Bree-
but is there more
This is
damage?
insane.
Probably not. But
Oh.
Near's in. He's in.
Do they have detection?
They have a Notorious Sentry and Dust.
Sentry down?
The dust.
They got him.
slow.
Nice.
City.
This is a big kill.
He burrows the Ice Path, a perfect Ice Path from Notorious. Notorious
really?
gets the kill.
Oh, Jinx's Kata's looking a lot cleaner this game. Last game it was a bit of a struggle early on, but honestly,
All of these,
Jinx is kind of poning.
I don't know. It just seems like they have such a good understanding of exactly what they need to do on the Dire, right? I feel like they've noticed that PA is the only way that Radiant's going to win this game at this point.
Yeah. So, I mean, Sand King's done a really good job of revitalizing his game, but I do think the Ags Rush is not helping him. Like, I feel like
he would have Blink at this point, right?
Yeah.
So effectively from here, you could treat him like a Sand King would have Blink Dagger, but he just doesn't have it.
it's a little sussy Biku, as the kids would say.
He's going for the more expensive Blink substitute, you know?
Is that what
Yeah.
they say? What sussy
Beak is
beak?
like Baka, but like I say beak instead because I like birds.
What's
yeah.
your favorite kind of bird?
Parrots. They're clever.
They're clever. Would you consider them crafty?
In some ways, yes, actually.
I see. Okay,
Solid
that's
point.
good to know.
Jakiro knows what's up. He knows that this PA and this Slard are the ones who are going to be killing him. Maybe the Sand King, but most likely the other two. He's got a Ghost Scepter queued up. Good idea.
Man, I wish
Instead,
my
it's the Beast
support-
going down top lane in a 1v4. Oh, no. He actually gets
No,
split
he
off
got
in
the
time.
split off.
He barely got it off, and now it's time for the Brewlings
He's
to
trying
run
to turn.
away.
I don't know if
Oh
that's
my
gonna
god,
work.
what a psycho.
They should keep that one alive. Oh
No, they will not. The Fire
Wait,
Brewling
is
lives and
it?
gets away.
What's the second on the order? I actually can't remember.
No. I think Fire is second. Wait, what?
Ghosty's
Oh
in
my
again.
god. Beast is such a
Ghosti.
psycho. Oh my god, Beast is such a psycho.
The drunken brawler vision actually maybe saved him. He had a bash primed.
Both teams
And
engage.
now Slardar's
Burrow
dead.
brings down Jakiro. It's a trade for Slardar. Dire have 4, but no split. Whole City will pig pull. And he's running away.
This is why we wanted like a a more reliable stunner damage dealer, I think, instead of Slardar. Because I think if they have another hero in there, they probably kill them. Probably kill the beast there.
It's really suffering from this point in the game that they hit where like, hey, Slardar didn't have like the most amazing early game, so like now all he does is have a blink dagger and treads.
He
and,
can't yeah, you normally want on Slardar, you want to be able to like blink in and like go to town.
Yeah,
But
and
he
it's
can't-
18 minutes, that's all he has.
The town's
The
not.
Warmers kiss.
Yeah.
Actually, Sonic is dead. Maybe
Is he?
he's close, but yes, the damage is enough. They'll kill the beast in retribution, but what a fantastic play from
Oh, I think
Breezy.
Breezy
I think they got Breezy too. Yeah.
They need this kill. Filski has no bash prime, but crush in one.
Jakiro,
Crush,
he's coming
the
in!
Burrow. Huge play from Jakiro, 2-man Ice Path and Necropyre combination, but it does not save Breezy.
I thought that was gonna be bigger. I was getting hyped.
I will say, I think Breezier's trying to help out his teammates too much. Your core's not fire, bro, not support. Let him die, who cares?
Facts.
Um,
Fuck him.
This AM having a pretty good time. AM is solid 2k net worth above the PA. I will say that Radiant does have a strong window on PA's like 9 and 8 second BKB timers where PA will be so strong. So that's something they can look forward to. Jakiro does have a Ghost Scepter on the way, and Coddle probably should buy one after Ags, although they could go a bit greedy and just rush a Hex and try to hide.
I actually really like that he's going Ags to this game.
Yeah. Four melee heroes, 3 melee cores.
And they really have terrible heroes at hitting it too.
Yeah.
Wait a minute, they have a smoked Slardar Omni combination, but Notorious, he has tanked the gank. He certainly consigned himself to the dustbin of history for now, but you know what? He'll be back in 34 seconds, and instead of his cores dying, it's him dying.
Dire needs to be really careful. This pickoff, they can just go Roche. If they're not careful. They have split.
It's getting scouted, it appears.
But they can kill. Oh, nice.
So
heads up.
Nier and Breeziar kill whole city, and as that happens, it's a split used by the Roshan pit. Jinx will force himself away. Omni is just tanking with some damage.
Nier is coming to this fight on AM. He has Manta.
Yeah, I mean, he's ready to go, and Breeziar's on the way as well. Polar Ast are beginning to collapse in the Roshan pit area. Nephilim dead. Filski engaged. Brewmaster is a very tanky man. Nier blinks on down. He wants the Slardar. He's low on mana. Telemello is being focused to the remainder of the side of the Feast of the US East. As that happens, Dire, do not
What's
die
happening?
power. They chill.
Dire has
They're
no way to
keeps.
go in without their Brewmaster, so they can't actually go further.
Yeah, I'm kind of I think the Snapfire
If he had
should
Blink,
probably
they could.
Blink Shard as opposed to like he's gonna have a BKB and like 100 golds. But in my opinion, not the optimal build by Snapfire, but it's what it is.
Beast is kind of owning this game, though. I'm not gonna lie.
No, we've been very impressed with Beast out of the series.
He's pretty much the only reason why I feel like they've been able to take any of these fights.
Top lane, we're seeing Whole City and Notorious in a 1v1. Whole City wins it.
He has the Ags done, so we'll have now we get to see the what the hype's about, or lack thereof.
Split is once again back thanks to that Brewmaster Ags. They're focusing on Midnight. Morris kisses were committed. Yup. It's an arc kill on Nephilim, but that's not the most viable kill in the world, and they committed both Split and Kisses
They
for
made
it.
a really great point about how they hate dust and buying dust.
Who did?
Andy, like some really solid work from the analyst desk, like Andy the analyst.
Who doesn't?
Like
Just
Guys,
in
this
general,
AM,
like the Dire
okay,
team
I've
in
never
general?
seen I've never seen Jakiro cast dust on Sand King. And if you're anti-mage having a good game and you have dust, you can literally solo kill Sand King whenever you want.
Yeah.
Okay, well maybe not solo. Well, without
That's a
blink,
good
you can actually
point.
100% solo kill him because he can't like stun you
Beast
and then
gonna-
blink.
The Beast is in danger. He's
I
split in
don't think
13.
he's dead. Is he dead?
He's trying to run, but
I can't tell.
yeah, I believe he's dead here. Split.
He has
see,
a split in
Ice Path,
5 seconds.
Burrow again. Can he live for one more second? No, he
Oh.
cannot. As that happened, though, in the Dire Tri-Camp, it was
Wait,
Nier and
what?
Sonogod in a 1v1.
Wait, where was
VCR
Sonogod?
arrived, and Sonogod died.
Oh, he was
he
just
died
way
to
too far.
AM and the Sap.
During all of that, actually, is Jakiro again dying.
What is
in the Dire
happening?
jungle.
Everybody's just dying.
Guys, Jakiro. Okay, Radiant has 19 kills and Jakiro has 10 deaths.
Oh my
He has more than
gosh.
half his team's deaths.
Oh,
He's
no.
dying for the team.
RIP for Jakiro. Poor
He
one
is
out.
trying his best.
Yeah,
Yeah,
actually, Andy's making some really solid analyst work though. Like Andy, the analyst, is like pointing out that like Dire doesn't like dust, which is like really cringe.
Filsky.
Top lane dive on Jinx.
Cookie,
Jinx
they need to. Oh, he
actually
blocked
tanked
it.
He tanked it again. Breezy R.
Oh.
Selfless play, keeping his teammate alive, and now he wants vengeance.
Missed the
Filsky
cookie.
Oh
TPs,
no.
and
That
guess
was
what?
not the cookie.
No. Oh no.
Well, he still has. He had the first
He
one.
played the fight so well, and then he played it so.
I
oscillated between two
really wish
extremes.
he would just go blink shard.
Yeah.
I get that you want the break for this PA, but I don't think you're that scared of PA with how the
PA
game's
is like
progressed.
far away. PA is like over a 1k
It is
gold
the
away from
bushwhack
BKB still.
in
He
the
has
burrow
BKB.
on Breezy R, BKB. No TP though. He wants to continue to be here.
Cannot TP because of Slardar.
He wants to continue. He's gonna walk away. The beast is nearby. He's his rendezvous. He's good.
Yeah,
Nier,
like,
meanwhile,
the-
has a Nier's PA is about to hit level 14, and Anti-Mage is about to hit level 20, guys.
He's level 20. Yeah, he's kind of just been allowed to hit as many creeps as his heart desires because of his team. Like they've been playing
fights.
really well.
I mean, he did a good job showing up to a few fights and picking up some kills. I think Radiant, now that they gotta focus their minds and think, okay, guys, Slardar BKB, PA BKB, we go. You know.
The problem is they have like these BKBs are going off, so you just have to be really careful around them because they haven't built any chain stun, right? Specifically looking at the Slardar or at the Snapfire, right? So you have to plan for these BKBs getting off. Are you tanky enough? Beast feels tanky enough, I guess.
He has no fear. I mean, he can literally be dead a billion times and he'll still have no fear.
I love watching like how impactful these stances are, Jim.
Yeah.
He was when he was getting gone on the last time, just being in the earth stance the last time. He almost lives because of it.
Yeah, he's been potent hard.
Mid lane again, more abilities being missed, but this tower, it's not very happy. It's already 2/3 HP.
I actually kind of want just Jakiro to just go shard here. He's already got his defensive item.
Wait, I didn't know how the Void Brawler stance gives you 20% status res, right? But when you're Cinder Brute, it gives you triple that, so you have 60%.
Correct.
I didn't know that. That's
It's
insane.
really good.
It's
Well,
really.
they find the beast, the burrow,
He's
the
in
sharpshooter.
Earth-
They need
he's in
this
Earth
kill.
stance.
And then, oh, they get it! The crit from Sonic God, just enough.
He didn't wand.
It would have been close with the
I
wand.
think if he wand ulted, he may have gotten it. That's
would have been
so
really close. It
That
would
is
have been
so
really
close. This
They
is
find
really.
Jinx
They gotta
again.
go.
Ooh.
Won't get him out the Force Staff.
This is a big window. They need to try and force something with this guy dead.
The problem is they can't even go into Roche though, because they're against Kisses. They're like they have to actually fight them, right? They're against Kisses. They're against Shakiro. Oh,
Long burrow looking for Coddle. Epi committed as Filsky goes on Notorious. Breezy R uses the kisses, now cancels them. It's Jinx dead, and they want Notorious again. Pikuro. For the 12th time this game will go down. It's now 3 kills. Mana Boy's on Whole City, but Whole City's
Nier.
still alive. The Little Wisp kept Nier alive for the time being. Manta is popped. He's mana fighting
Oh,
with
Sonic
Sonic
got so
Guardian Angel is
deep.
popped, and Sonic has no mana remaining. Now it's time to run. You got 3 kills, but the beast is responding.
a
He has
mana.
splits available. One split, still not used, and Nier will bring down his carry counterpart. Back to the beast he's chasing. Cannot find the Cello Mellow hero just yet, though, and Cello is still running.
I think they could have just went into Roshan.
Yeah, I think they got caught trying to dive a bit too much. I mean, that looked really good. They got the catches
Yeah.
on the supports, but the
I mean, Radiant was in a
itemization-
really tough spot. If they had to go, but they
Yeah.
can't really Roshan without Mortimer Kisses being down and Jakiro being dead. And then, like, oh, it was just hard. But, I mean, Dire making the most important play of their game, where they actually do Roshan after a fight.
And,
So-
look at the item from Nier. He's like, I love this pickup so much. Just butterfly. I don't think he can die anymore with this item.
I think if he decides to go back for a Linken's, he would actually be ungankable and unkillable. Like, Slardar would never be able to actually hit him. PA wouldn't be able to hit him. Sand King would never be able to start on him and, like, set up. Like, it would... I mean, I don't know. He could kind of...
I don't think you need Lincolns, but yeah, I do agree with you.
I mean, I listen. You know me, Brightside. I'm a Lincoln's AM fan. All right, what can I say?
Yeah, I know. I think you go with Basher Lincolns because you're so ahead.
I mean, he has so many options. Like, he's
Yeah,
he's so ahead that like he could actually just go AC to hit towers. Like, it's also obviously really useful against Slardar, PA.
All right, They're going for it.
I gave away the word.
Wait, starter? Okay, guys, you guys, the Radiant, you have got to let your starter farm BKB. He's 300 gold away, guys.
Please,
Come on.
Filsky, go hit some creeps, man.
He's so painfully close, but the pain.
I don't think
He's
he's
no
gonna get. The
BKB.
fight's gonna happen before he's ready. Yeah.
Burrow away by Whole City, so perhaps
Okay.
they're just gonna run away. Hopefully.
Just sprint top, man, please. Filsky, go.
He's waddling, but not very fast right now.
Hit the Q button, or whatever it's bound to.
Snapfire is closing in on that silver edge, by the way. That's going to be a pretty big issue for the PA.
And he's gonna have 20 as well. That's gonna
Yeah.
be the other big timing. And he went the little shredder attack.
Yeah,
So,
like he's actually really committed on right click Snapfire. I don't really like it, but you know, it's whatever.
I mean, it's kind of owning.
Yeah.
He'll-
I mean,
he'll
okay.
own
To be
even
fair,
harder.
Beast. Okay, Beast of US East is the one who's owning for his team. He's the
That is
the
true.
real carry.
I also love he just has a casual plate mail now.
Well,
He'll
he's
go
going
for it.
Lotus, which I think is usually good, but I don't know. I think he should just go Ags. I think the dispel and everything is so useful. As
Radiant's got to figure out how to defend this. They have pretty much 0 wave clear.
I mean, they can always start with a good epi, right?
He still has one more split as
Okay,
well.
well, that's a good
Burrow is
start.
on near. He has 2 lives though, so he's fine. Beast actually is in. Second split is popped. He is looking to zone Sonic out away from the fight. Epi. Pump fake is canceled by the
It's really
Euros.
awkward. This is
Burrow
their second
hits
split.
Jinx. Jinx goes down. Sonic's now in the fountain. And the second split
Beast
might
is
just be
dead.
ending soon. I mean, he's got 5 seconds left, and Filsky wants the Brewlings.
Oh, you can go back to the you can
Yeah,
pick, you can
he has
choose.
Ags. Yeah.
That was really weirdly done.
A
'cause they-
combination of Dire going high ground poorly and Radiant doing a solid job defending, like saves their racks for the time being. So good for them.
It's really important that they don't give away like obviously any crazy team fight because of how strong this AM is. They need to somehow find a way to mitigate the effectiveness of Nier right now.
I mean, they did a good job of it there. You know, like they did a good job of casting their spells in combination in a way that AM was
This-
not able.
And they know Beast is up here. He doesn't have split.
Burrow's
got him.
off the mark, but the Yules
He's
certainly
dead.
will be there. Yules. Rush.
This is
Epi. Oh, yes. That
he
will
is,
eventually be a kill.
dude. He is so tanky though.
Took him a while, but with no resistance and the help of teammates TPing in, the kill was inevitable.
AM still has Aegis for another minute 40, so I honestly think a 4v5 would be close. Like with
I think
the
he's
AM
just gonna
Aegis.
start hitting this. Yeah, I love this decision from Nier.
He's in.
Go hit the range
Three
rack.
is dead.
He's gonna hit the melee
they're on
rack.
Breezy R. Breezy R is distracting as BKB
That's
is active.
cookie.
He's running from Filsky. And Polar Ass, they're not even focusing on base at all. Breezy R
Oh,
gets
he's-
away. Back
And
to
they're
the
gonna lose the
buildings.
racks.
It's a full set dead.
Wow, that was really good by Snapfire. I think that they made a really good call to jump the Snapfire, but he was just a little bit too outplaying them. Dust, AM, you can kill this guy.
It is time to run, but perhaps it's time to turn. Nier wants to fight in this 2v4. Burrow
Nice,
is
E.
reflected. Now Jinx gets stunned by Bushwhack. Nier lets
They
his
can
power
maybe
by. It's
chase
time
Nier
to run.
actually. He needs to. Okay, he's good. Thought they might try and chase him, but
Actually,
Oh,
they
Jakiro might be-
Hero is in no
Notorious.
man's land.
Notorious
wait.
is
Oh, maybe
fine
not.
for now to 2-man Burrow from Whole City at the Morph kisses from Breezy R. Nier blitz impact as Notorious goes down. Filsky is the trade for Notorious.
Oh, he's on the PA.
Nier is man fighting with PA, turns to Omni instead. Solarbind will slow. Jinx has returned to the fight with a buyback. Manaboy hits the Omni. Omni hits the Guardian Dolphin in time. Now Nephilim. He has done his part. The Polar Ass are still going to fight the bash into the bring down on Omni
broke the
Knight.
PA.
And the PA broken and dead with no buyback. Dead for a minute in the Feast of US East. They are perhaps too big to fail.
Notorious has died so many times this game. You know, Polar Ass just assumed he was a free kill.
Yeah, actually,
And it was
that's probably
it was
true.
It was the Giga Brain debate.
Goodbye, Aegis. Was not
This is-
expired, but used very well.
To be honest, I'm not real. I think Radiant just needs PA to like. Oh, PA has like. I think PA like is
He's
not.
just so poor.
I
Like,
think he
compared
should
to this-
honestly just queue up a rapier at this point because like, it's like.
Birds reflected again!
Nice.
Whole City! The perfect counterspell from Nier! Whole City! He is still alive. AM's half HP, but the Will is keeping him alive for the time being. Epi is extended.
Oh, they got him!
The damage!
Oh my.
Show
Nier.
him!
Now it's time. Wait, there's... Okay, now they're running. That is one fantastic kill on Deer. They needed that kill. That's a game-changing kill.
Oh, it was really good for Radiant that even though the Hoodwink broke him, he like the Sand King got the kill. It actually just gave him BKB right there. Like that one kill literally like took him there. Took it.
You got like what 1K gold probably for it? Yeah, more than that.
900 and then 730 for the other two, like in between the other two heroes. Damn.
That is actually obscene.
Dude, why does Hoodwink have a Spirit Vessel? Me and Badger
That's
were
what
talking
I've been
about this
looking
at
at.
the
I
start of the game,
really
like,
cannot figure it
Breezy
out.
R went for a big solo play that might cost him his life. He's bashed and he's dead.
I mean, Cholo's turning up right now. They're gonna get Notorious too.
Dyer's
and
getting
Notorious are being
disrespectful.
split on, but they're both going to go down. Notorious Stafilski Jinx Asana guys. That's a 4 for 0. They get nothing in exchange. They get a tower.
One thing needs to be kept in mind is that AM is not like he's not gonna like 1v9 this game, whereas the PA can.
I mean, the PA is still so far away. The PA needs another fight exactly like that, where she gets 3 out of the 4 kills. Honestly,
But it's like if Dyer takes one more like disrespectful fight,
yeah,
where the Radiant gets a bunch of gold, then Sonic God could easily just 1v9.
yeah. I mean, that's definitely possible. I really hope the AM doesn't get Ags. I hope he buys like MKB or Scotty or
I think
PC or something.
I think MKB, if you really wanted to just
Oh, he's got a
one-to-one
BKB.
counter.
I actually kind of respect the BKB.
He's tired of being stunned.
Yeah, I mean, they
I mean,
have
to be
Starter
fair,
W and they have Hoodwink W.
Yeah, the Hoodwink's getting to the point where he's actually just the most annoying hero for AM at this point.
Yeah.
Like the break, the pure damage from Sharpshooter, and then obviously all the stuns.
The gold lead has been cut down a lot, but like kind of the issue is that
It was just a 12k gold lead. What the?
yeah.
What on earth?
Well, like the issue with that, the issue is that like the gold lead got shut down a lot, but the BKBs have gotten like they're now at 7s or 6s, I think, maybe 6s, maybe 7s.
Yeah, but that's obviously I mean, you're happy still with that happening.
Yeah, no. I mean, you are. I'm just saying that like, as much as the gold lead's gone down, like the fights are still going to be pretty hard at this point. I think Coddle not having a Ghost Scepter is definitely not helping them. I feel like he's getting jumped. every
Yeah,
fight.
I do agree with that. The no Ghost Scepter seems a bit weird.
Honestly, I mean, Radiant's making some good plays to get back into it. Okay, Brewmaster did switch to buying a Refresher Orb. I was gonna say that I think if he doesn't go Refresher Orb, he's kind of griefing, and he's like lowering his chance of winning a lot.
His 20 talent's gonna be really, really nice, especially
Yeah.
with the PA now getting items.
Well, also, if the game ever got really bad, like they could just rat with AM Brew, like, and since they already have a Rax down and one Rax set exposed, like it actually is pretty doable.
It's really hard to do that kind of game plan though into this SK hero, because he's like just as
Deer
good
has
as
found
AM
the jump on Shello. Filski
Not
turns
respecting the
instead.
Bushwhack evasion, bro.
Split available. Now pop. They want Shello and they want Nephilim.
Cello's the biggest kill they could possibly get.
Cello remains alive somehow. There could be an illusion. Jinx and Cello both go down. Filski stuns the illusions in the Brewlings. It's a buyback from Cello Mello. Now, whole city's in the middle of a lot of very angry, dire heroes.
Where's the dust?
Little hits, but
They
the
got
Burrow here.
Breezy.
They're on Breezy R. Breezy R's low. Breezy R will even candy fail out in time. He's man fighting the whole city, but now she's near, having to blink away from Hanagod. Breezy R drops the crit from Sana as well.
Oh
the beast.
my gosh.
He got the Brewlings, but how can he get away in this case? He's just consigned to death. He's being run at by a 5-hero. She's stunned by the crush. Oh no!
Dude, Radiant's turning it around. A combination of Radiant like playing well and Dire playing poorly is just like turning this game into a real bang.
They're somehow like Hole just got to sit in Sandstorm for free for like 15
honestly,
seconds there.
Andy's analysis has been on point. Like
Yeah, the no dust analysis.
every single fight, like the Sand King like doesn't like get punished for anything. Like they literally just never click dust. Like it's actually kind of wild how like insane of an analyst Andy is. Is it just me or no?
Like this game's gotten really weird because they don't really have the tools to kill the PA anymore, and so like they're trying to ignore the PA while killing their backlines. But like Hoodwink and Omni are so survivable.
I think they're. I mean, the thing is, they actually can kill the PA, and they can actually kill the backlines pretty easily too. But like they're splitting on their.
It's not on Filski. Filski's out of mana. The mana board isn't enough. Yes, it is. And whole city will also go down. Both have buyback. Filski uses
Roshan is up.
As will whole
This
city.
is a dieback on Cello if they can get it.
You stun by that. They do not commit for that kill.
Roshan is up. It looks like AM is gonna farm his BKB, and then I imagine they'll want to fight for it. I think if Radiant gets Roshan, they become favored. But like, I don't know if I'd say they're gonna win. But if Dire gets Roshan, it's feeling pretty tough for Radiant.
Double buyback though, so like Dire has a
Yeah.
lot of ways to take these fights. Where if they get Slardar or Sand King, they can just.
Do they have buybacks though? Like the Coddle doesn't have buyback. The Snapfire.
Brew and Snap is really close, so 1 kill will get him there.
Okay. AM won't have buyback, but he's gonna have BKB, presumably.
Yes.
Sand King just ported back to base. Okay.
The tier 4s are being hit by the creeps, so now it's. And
This game's a good intense one. I like this.
Well, it's like the Polar Ass have momentum, but they have 3 buybacks on cooldown, and any of these heroes going down without buyback is actually a very, very big deal.
I think like Dire honestly should just YOLO a smoke, or literally just force Roshan and have Brewpan to scout. Like, I think Dire's splitting up for really no, like, I think Dire doesn't realize.
I think Dire. The problem is Dire or Radiant can, if they grow a pair, they can just walk into the Roche pit if Dire splits up too much.
Yeah, I mean, it should be the other way around, where like Dire should go and
Right.
their Brewmaster should just like literally split for vision, because they'll have refresher after they just take it anyways. Let's see. I mean, they still have a long time on their buybacks, right? But like, they're just letting them inch.
I do
closer.
like the play for Nier to get bottom in, because it's gonna force
Ice
something
path
to go.
on whole city. Big kill if they can get a split committed. BKB is forced out from whole city. Never mind, nothing's happening.
First set of Pandalings used.
Did they force his BKB and they know?
They
Oh wait, they
cancel
canceled.
TP as well, but now
Oh,
there's a ball.
AM is nowhere nearby.
Did they want to cancel that TP?
I mean,
AM.
AM is just hitting the woods, bro.
He look at what he bought.
What? Oh, but he bought on MKB. Okay.
He swapped at the last minute there
Yeah.
for the PA killer item.
Okay.
I don't know if I mind it, because the PA still has no way to kill AM. And PA is really where all of their damage is coming from at this point.
They've actually, PA was I don't know if PA's listening to the stream or something, but bro, they got our.
I agree. I do agree with the rapier, don't you, Jim?
Yeah, I do. Okay, if there's a fight at Roshan right now and PA waves them all with rapier, like, it's totally because they were way too passive. Like, this guy's actually gonna have rapier before a Roche fight, unless they go right now. Like, they would need to go right now, and that doesn't look like it's happening.
I mean, they know the buybacks are on cooldown, but they're refusing.
PA should
make
just
the big
sell
move.
Morbid Mask. Like, what? Just sell the mask, bro, and buy rapier.
Timeless Relic, by the way, also really nice for the Sand King.
Yeah. Also very good for Hoodwink.
I think you want SK to have it.
It's on
he's
SK,
gonna
yeah.
take it. He also
if you-
has the 25, so you have to keep that in mind for these
If you
fights.
trust your Hoodwink to snipe the anti-mage, I think you want the Hoodwink to have it, but only in that case where you like, because like if you snipe him, like you're breaking him and doing like 10 million damage.
I think
Rapier is online, by the way.
I don't
my
think
God.
Radiant's as scared of the AM as they were like 15 minutes ago. 'Cause I
Dude.
think Hull is doing a great job of killing the other heroes.
Roshan.
Dude,
Goodbye.
Dyer's
And they get
Dyer's
Rapier
passive-
too, right?
Yeah,
And
yeah,
Aegis
he has.
and Aegis.
Oh baby.
And Shard, all for PA.
Oh baby, here we go.
That is a very, very big power
Dude,
spike.
Dyer might just be kicking themselves in the.
I don't know how they just gave up Roche for nothing.
I think they were probably just scared. Like they lost a fight, and then like they just got scared.
I mean, it's really tough to make all of these decisions when you don't have buyback, especially.
Yeah.
Like Nier probably bought MKB. He was like, okay, wait my buyback and then we fight. But by the time that happens, Roche is dead to the other team. Now you have a Rapier Rapier plus Aegis.
I guess the one thing right now is that I think Radiant shouldn't really go until they have their Radiant should only go in the last minute of this, and they should wait their teammates buybacks, because it is Rapier, like in a game where your teammates can't buy back to like continue a fight, right?
It's also nobody else on your team like can hold. Like if you die with the Rapier, the game will immediately end. So
Yeah. Like Dyer could take it on 2 heroes. Honestly, even Brewmaster, bro, fuck it, go buy a Mask of Madness.
yeah, like fuck it. Breezy, by the way, he's super close to 25. That's a game changer.
triple
Oh, yeah,
motion
yeah.
or multi-shot with these.
And he's
Well,
gonna
I
go-
have to say, Breezy's positioning hasn't looked quite as clean this game. He's really got to respect the fact that like they can blow him up. Like he can blow him up, but they can do the same.
At least he finally bought the shard, so we can revel
True.
in that.
Well, he bought it so late that at that point I was actually kind of I was actually wondering like if it's good because it's not like he has a blink anyways.
So he does have it, 3x multi-shot. So the damage is going to be pumping from the Snapfire. So you know it's no longer just AM that you can really... That's going to be dishing out the physical damage.
You know what? You know what's kind of been maybe like one of the Cuddle like was so rich. And now the Cuddle's only like kind of rich. Like I think he kind of shut down like his own farming. He's been a little bit too interested in standing next to his teammates. When in reality, like they could never fight because AM was always cross map.
I mean, didn't they have... When did he get the shard on Coddle? That's really my question. I haven't really been watching his items that closely, but it
I
feels
think
like
he got it. I think like after Aeon, honestly, like he didn't.
yeah,
buy it
because like
early.
if you have a hero like AM, you can always like AM's gonna be on the other side, but you can bring him late with the recall.
Yeah, and like it's AM, like no one's gonna be hitting him, bro.
So like, it's just it's like one other thing that could have perhaps gone differently.
Well, I'm glad for an exciting game 3. This is fun to watch.
Sonic God, he is ignoring buyback, ignoring boots. He has an Aghanim Scepter now. He is ready to go and do damage.
Honestly, like they should probably like how long till their buybacks? A minute 20. I mean, they don't want to wait until
Oh,
ages
the
out. They
burrow
should just-
and the hex on to Breezy. The burrow is missed, but it did not matter. The sharpshooter brings down the Snapfire. That's a massive core kill.
We're gonna force BKB.
Brew.
He's gonna kill all of the Brewlings.
Oh, but
GA
he's
is
actually-
stunned. BKB pop. The beast will lose some Brewlings, and the
They got
beast is
him.
dead.
Yeah,
Right
this
from
is-
PA.
This is the point in the game where Brewmaster no longer counters Phantom Assassin.
EA should actually buy a refresher, honestly, like for like BKB. Like they should go Abyssal refresher, because if he can just do that every fight, they'll win the game.
This is
AM's gotta be
actually-
kicking himself in the face for not trying to end it earlier at this point, bro. It's
Yeah,
tough.
this is like the point in the game. Like you don't want to have to play this kind of game on anti-mage. Like I feel like they
No.
could have just hit their timings harder.
I mean, he's actually at the point where like he's gonna want to like get rid of his battle fury, like, or at least be unslotting it.
He's just sitting in the trees now. He's that scared. He knows. Sonic God with a good bash, or just hell, blink into crit and just kill him.
Did he sell
Yeah.
his treads? Wait, why does he have them re-queued back up? Did he sell them?
He sold the
Yeah.
shreds for
Okay,
Rapier,
I
and now he wants
see.
shreds again. Apparently.
And now he
Wait,
wants to
no,
rebuy his...
don't buy them back, bro. Come on, like, what?
Bottom lane, ooh, near in whole city in the 1v1. Nah, nothing happened. On that.
This hex, by the way, is we didn't mention it, but it got them the kill there onto the Snapfire. That's like the extra layer that they needed this game on whole city.
Also, like the whole like never carrying dusting has really come back to bite dire.
That is true.
I feel like if AM had dust in his backpack and slotted it in when he saw this Sand King, his
okay.
dude, like imagine if he dusted him and then abyssaled him and then drained all his mana and then killed him.
I am imagining that. Do you think that would have been good?
Yes.
Probably, bro. Probably.
All right, thank you for the analysis.
No problem, bro. Professional data player.
Turns out killing the enemy heroes is in fact good.
Yeah.
All right, so that's Aegis gone. So that's Dire at least can actually like kill the PA now. Like before, when she has the Aegis, you can't even think about touching her twice.
Smoke by the
I really
piece of
think that this
US
PA
East.
should buy a refresher for double BKB. Like, I really think that like she's not dying.
God.
Right
They
click.
find Sonic. He tries. The split is now active. BKB is in from Sonic. Filski finds Breezy on the backlines, but near as Abyssal up the Slardar. Guardian Angel is popped.
Breezy's just
Filski is
dead.
low. Breezyar is dead. Breezyar binds back, and now near is bash. Near is hex. Can they kill the anti-mage? Yes, they can. Another huge kill. Sonic God is in the air. The Brewings have put him in there, but Dire. They lack their anti-mage. They're on the run, and the Beast can he get away with his Brewlings? Perhaps not. The Earth one. Fire one, they're both very low, but they will get away this time. Back over to the Radiant Secret Shop. It's Jinx. His Aeon
Nier-
Disc
I don't
has
think-
been popped.
I don't think
Notorious
Nier wants
is
to buy
TP.
back. Breezyar immediately bought back, but Nier just didn't do it.
Jinx somehow gets away there, so it could have been a lot worse. There was still a massive team fight win for Polar S.
I think he's got a BKB kit up. He probably has now realized like okay, like I'm getting chain stunned with the sex, so.
Yeah,
What a
he
game,
actually
bro.
can't enter fights anymore. There's two. There's like the hex, the hoodwink, just a little bit. And do you, if if Sand King BKB's Burrow's anti-mage, does the counterspell work still?
I think you like do counter spell, but you're not gonna be stunning him if that's what you're asking.
Yeah. Okay, that
Yeah.
makes sense.
Well, mid lane and Polar Ass are there.
It's still really scary to go high ground.
This is true. Whenever yeah, it just like whenever this PA after this PA uses BKB, she is in danger, right? Like,
I would actually really like Notorious. He's got Aeon queued up. I actually kind of just want him to buy Ags.
Beast is like hard camping bottom. I wonder if he like is playing for the Brewmaster like split push. It's actually really strong. Like the Earth Panda, there's like 10 million to towers.
It's like 200%.
Yeah,
something, right? With the whatever the heck it's called, I forget. No, that's not right.
It's the passive on the Earth Ruling.
Yeah, I can't remember what it's called though. It's gonna drive me crazy.
Maybe it's Demolish? I don't know. We'll find out when you use it later, perhaps. Near. He might get caught here in his own tri-camp. Filsky is smoke nearby.
He doesn't have buyback on near. Oh
Smoke is
my
popped
gosh.
on Nephilim. They know he's somewhere.
Oh my gosh.
Ooh, the DD. If they actually got him, the DD Phantom Assassin.
That could have been game right there.
That literally would have been game. It still could be if he gets caught.
He blinks in. He goes in for this. His BKB's pop. I mean, is
got him.
dead now. Split is pop. They want to kill his whole city. Has the epi. He has the Brody's
they got
hex
the
by
hex tank?
Jinx. Notorious is down, but the damage of Breezy The damage from Breezy near. He's man fighting. He wants Sonagod near. No bash. Blinks away. Sonagod wants Breezy It's a dieback if he kills him. The Will-O-Wisp isn't enough. He's in the area of the Brewlings! Breezy remains alive!
They need to get
Snapfire
out.
runs away. Sonagod is forced to blink away. And now, whole city tried. But
Beast?
no, it's Sonagod who brings Breezy down. It's a dieback on Snapfire. Now 5v4.
I think that the Brewmaster lift saved him.
Yeah, I think Breezy was kicking his ass in actually.
Yeah, he had a Q going out. I actually think that the Brewmaster just saved the PA. Like
that was the first fight that we've seen Breezy get him like an actual little shredder off, by the way, and it eviscerated Polar Ass.
Yeah.
But they're doing such a good job of focusing Breezy in all of these fights.
I mean, the thing is, he has no blink rate. It's hard for him to like wait until the end of the fight, or wait until like the like middle of the fight and then jump in with the blink, right? He has to walk up.
You're completely right. Yeah. So that's a dieback on him. But they also, I think they double bought on Polar, right? I think Filsky, Nephilim both
Okay, it
bought.
appears that Jakiro bought, Omni-Knight bought, Sand King bought back, and then Sarda bought back.
So triple buy on Polar Ass. So if they can't capitalize on Breezy dieback, it's really good for Feast.
There are so few buybacks.
Dude, this game's probably hitting 60 minutes at this rate, bro.
Oh, maybe.
Maybe it's fourth. I mean,
You gotta get through the
third Roshan's alive soon.
You have to get through this buyback window before you can say that. Then if nothing happens while these buybacks
guys, PA has a is eating their eggs and also gonna have an MKB now.
How is AM actually supposed to do it? That was the dream start. So if they can find Omni and Filsky like that again, that's like the dream start.
Well, I think they honestly, I think the PA would have died if. I mean, who knows though? But I think the PA probably died.
Done. Okay.
Well, they had whole city in the ice path.
Okay, he's gonna Wind Waker on out.
It just they're not making the big plays. It just feels like the Feast of US East. They're just playing to not lose. Oh, Ass, they're playing to win.
It's scary. It's so scary. Like if obviously it's. I mean, this is lose or go home, right? Lower bracket, third game. You don't have buybacks. You're a bit like, okay, guys, don't lose the game right here.
Except for me, I'd say we either lose fast or win fast.
Yeah, I know. I always I'm a big fan of the fuck it calls. You know, Jim.
Yeah. Lose fast or win fast, bro.
Fuck it. What could go? What? Let's just go.
Oh, dude, the Aegis is on PA.
Yep, it is a third Roshan. It is the
another Ags.
The Omni Knight. The cheese just on the floor. So they're letting it sit in the floor for a bit.
Okay, so this Ags gives status resistance. Apparently, did you know that?
No, I'm
It
reading
gives
it now.
40% status resistance.
Well, it can still be dispelled, right? Which just means that like Brew could easily just like pull it all off, but he has to actually pay attention.
I mean,
and do
that's
that.
true, but I feel like his game is so hard because the PA just insta kills all of his brewlings.
See Sonic he's broken on Sonic. He goes in, restun immediately. Big kill if they can get it.
He has
Oh,
Aegis. They can't commit. Yeah.
I
Now
think
you actually dies bottom lane instead.
Wait,
So the Jinx in your combination. He was caught out
I
by
think
Carl and Am.
I think they're switching to Moto Rat.
Yeah. I love that. They're gonna switch mode to Rat. Absolutely. It's a dieback on Hull.
There's like a half fight going. Oh no, there's not a fight mid. It's just Shakiro dropping.
If they want to commit for this Moto Rat, I think nearby is AC Rapier, or something.
Also, one thing is that it's the game's gone so late that Jakiro actually is gonna make it to Ags. That's actually like a way to kill PA.
Yeah. Come on, Jim. That's what I said earlier. Come on, man.
Okay, well I didn't think he was actually gonna make it here. The game would end by now.
He had gold for it earlier, and I thought he would just buy it, but he saved buyback. So. Yeah, this Ags is really big if you can get to it, you're right.
Sonic God is blurred, Dire are smoke. Dire's smoke has popped. The Beast does not care, he runs forward anyways.
A fight, despite this being a 4v5, a fight inside the Radiant base is still going to favor the Radiant.
Yeah, I think it's really hard.
So this is really hard for Feast.
Split is pop, the Beast leads the way on to
he's just going to hit it, yeah. It's called, what's it called?
I can't click it!
Can't click on it! Demolish!
It's Demolish. Using the Demolish passive, and Demolish is no longer online. It's only a Fire Panda remaining.
Filsky, by the way, he has the Shard and the 25.
Imagine if that dagger critted on Jinx.
He has Aeon, but...
Yeah, but I mean, if he didn't have Aeon too, okay?
Jinx is surprisingly tanky.
He has the 25 on Filsky. So that's really, really nice.
He had it last fight, actually.
Did he have it last fight? Okay.
Yeah, he did. I was wondering why the AM was always corrosive hazed, and then I was like, oh.
It's really tough to keep track, but so he has the shard too, and so that applies the corrosive haze to everything hit by the shard.
AM's about to hit 30, but AM's 30 is so less impactful than PA. PA's remaining talents are 20% stifling dagger damage and 7% croup to god chance. I mean, like,
that is intense.
Yeah.
I hope Jakiro buys out the Ags. I actually wanted to play like super greedy. Like this is a game-changing Ag.
Oh, he didn't take macropyre damage in preparation for the fact that he was
not. He also didn't go spell amp, which generally you don't go that anyways.
Yeah.
But...
I mean, I usually take the ice path duration as well, but like.
You kind of have to think if you're gonna need.
He got level 20 by the time that he probably should have known that like he's buying Ags. Alright, AM's dinged level 30. I mean, not really sure what that changes at all, to be honest. But...
They're gonna smoke. They're on a ward.
This is a big jump on Nier. The crush, the crit!
Oh
Nier's
my!
Dead. The split is popped, and now it's time to run. Polar Ass are running forward. They want the Brewlings. The burrow hits only one Brewling left. Nier's bought back. He knows there is no time to waste. The Beast has refreshed. He is once again in a primal split.
Is there
who
a
can
reason
they
why
find?
I think we're... Oh, maybe they're not out. They're on a ward still. Is there a reason why he didn't buy the shard on Brewmaster? I'm actually just not recognizing this.
Not entirely sure, but for now, it is Sonic who finds Jinx. Aeon on cooldown. Jinx is just so low. And he's now dead.
He has buyback. Near bought back. Oh, I didn't... Wait, that's so bad. Was that a panic buyback? What happened? Like, they weren't fighting.
I think he thought Polar Ass was chasing, and they were chasing, but they weren't committing, and they just left.
That's what we call a game-losing buyback, because I don't think he actually had to use it there. But now he doesn't have it, and Polar Ass is well aware of that. And there's a DD. Oh, God.
There's an Obs Ward on the floor. Both teams know it's there. Notorious hits. Sonic God blinks in for Notorious. He's not quite dead yet. Now he's dead with no buyback. And they find Nier again. The damage isn't enough. Yes, it is. It's a dieback on Nier. In the Feast of US East, they are collapsing. The defense, it's 3v6 with the Aegis as another hero. It's now expired, but what can you possibly do? You lose Filsky, but it's in exchange for Breeziar, and Sonic God's just so
You have to be careful.
strong.
Breeziar can still kill everybody. You have to be really careful.
Bardar has bought back. Moro's Kisses are active, and Sonigod runs away.
Action
from
is
the
not a
fountain.
real thing.
Back to buildings.
It's not. I don't think they lose.
He's in
here.
again.
Aeon
pops.
Sonigod might
Split,
just die here.
Not up the beast.
Oh.
He's still on the run. He blinks in
Yeah,
again.
Titanic.
It's a crit on down.
Guys,
Biotic
we
available
came back
needs
up
to be
too.
used. Notorious has
Never mind.
dieback as well. Sonigod blinks in the back. So Sharpshooter PCR 2 is dieback.
Wow.
It's a triple go for Sonigod. And the GG has not been called yet, but it's inevitable.
I was talking about like the whole like they waited for ages until the AIM had refresher, and wow, it was just
I mean, yeah, eventually we said it, right? PA could eventually win this game. It took a bit, but I mean, he got there.
In 57 minutes, Polar Ass, they did it. I mean, it's 4 playoff series wins in a row, and
This is playoff Polar Ass, right? You come 8th place in group, doesn't matter. Just got to get to playoffs.
and they're going to the top 4. I mean, they're playing the winner of Metaverse Esports and Booba Enthusiasts, so certainly their road. It doesn't get any easier, but
who are Metaverse enthusiasts and who are Booba
That-
enthusiasts?
Metaverse is the Dark Sasquatch team. Booba is the KU.
Cool.
hard matchups either way. Who do we interview today? Let's go message Sonigod.
Yeah, just lift him. Yeah, that's exactly right. If Brewmaster eventually just can't do anything to PA. Yeah, Jim. Jim, have you tried lifting him?
Huh? What's up?
Just lift the PA.
Sure.
Smile.
Why not?
Forehead.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, they just wanted to secure the game too much. I mean, I'm sure that like they had the game won and then like they like just sat on their laurels.
That's such a sad game to lose because like you get eliminated and you certainly know you are ahead in that game.
They had it. They just played too conservatively. They didn't.
What about like the
have
number of? What about like the seal quotient?
Not enough
Like,
seals. Too
You,
many
you gotta
losses.
jack the seal quotient up, bro. Like, if your seal numbers ain't high, how are you gonna win?
We are now being joined by the victorious carry player, Sonigod. Not quite sure how you guys won Game 3, but you know what? A win's a win. Congratulations on Series 1.
Dude, I predicted it when they didn't go that rush. When they let the PA farm her rapier, I was like, this is oh no.
What was your guys' takes on the game when I got walked down by an AM at like 15 minutes and killed?
We thought the game looked bad. I thought you guys
The
would. I
game-
thought you guys would make a. I thought you guys would start to win some fights once you had got your double BKBs, and then that happened, and then like you guys had like 2 like deaths where you probably should have lost the game, but like Dyer didn't do Roshan, and then like you spent like 4 minutes farming a rapier, and then like you did Roshan, and then you had Aegis rapier, and then you won.
I should be asking you, Sonigod, how did you feel about the game at 20 minutes?
I mean, I was ready to call it, but the team still wanted to play. I was like, all right. Picking the PA for the AM into getting walked down just by the AM was like, we don't have to watch the first 30 minutes from my play. That was really bad. My team fucking owned though.
I'm just curious. Why did you choose to not go the treads, as opposed to like you just hard rushed the Deep Fury? Like did you think you'd be farming faster, or did you like think you'd get contested less, or?
My thought was I was thinking the lane was feeling pretty decent, and I know like normally like you go the treads just to speed up the farm, but like so I bought like the 1,000 gold damage item, and then I just died like twice in a row, and I was like, there's no way I can farm a tread, and then Battle Fury, and I ended up getting the Battle Fury like 14 minutes, and I was like, okay, this was not a terrible idea, I guess. I don't know. Normally I do go the treads, but it just felt like I committed and then I got shit on twice, and then you kind of have to. I think,
Yeah,
stick
like
with
you were
it
having a
more.
good run, and then all of a sudden you started getting contested hard, and you were like, "Fuck, bro."
Yeah, because I don't know. Like maybe you can like elaborate, but like I feel like if I went treads in that point, like I'm even in like a worse spot because it's like I just spent the 1,400 gold to get this tread.
Yeah, yeah. After you buy the like component, like you're kind of locked in, and it
Mhm.
just feels bad because like you guys were getting some kills bottom, and it was overall pretty like stable lane, and then things just
Yeah.
spiraled. We were very sus on your Sand King's no blink dagger, but it turned out to be fine, I suppose.
Neff
was
did
this
make a couple
discussed?
comments.
Was
Neff
this
made a couple
discussed? Yeah,
comments.
I gotta know.
There were definitely a couple
he
kills he
tread
missed from it
lightly?
early on, but I guess late
Yeah.
game, I mean, you don't really need it like super late game if you have like 10 different items at that point.
Yeah, see, like the problem was like I definitely was questioning it too, but I was also like 1 in 5, so like I'm not gonna open my mouth at that point. Like I'm just gonna shut up and just let whatever happens happens. It worked
You're
out.
like you're clicking on your mid. He's got like bots half of an ags. You're losing the game. You're like, all right,
Yeah,
all right,
I'm like
sure.
that's still more farm than I have, so whatever. Oh my god.
You know, I don't understand how you won this series. I really don't.
You know, so remember, Badger, when you did the casting last season for us, we had to induct Filsky into the Polar Ass strat where we get absolutely demolished for 40 minutes and somehow eke out a win. And, you know, new team member Nephilim had to join, and we won the last couple of series. They weren't as I would say intense, like of that fashion, where we were getting absolutely stomped, and then somehow turned it around, especially in the game 3. So had to give Neff the little heart attack to let him know how it was.
Oh, I wanted to ask you, did you guys also did you pick Monkey because it was good against the rest of the heroes, or did you guys think it was good against Huskar? Because I spent a lot of time talking on stream about why like Monkey King isn't actually good against Huskar.
I don't think it's terrible against Huskar, but I don't think it's amazing. I kind of just wanted to play it because it's a more comfort hero, and I didn't feel like the matchup was so bad that.
Gotcha. No, well, I didn't know if you guys
unplayable.
thought it like hard counter or something.
No.
Yeah. Because I know a lot of people like really think the hero is like OP against Huskar, and then if you go back and watch the VOD, you'll see it's discussed for a bit.
I think the other two picks I think I suggested was Drow, and then I think some other range carry, Sniper, and we haven't had good success.
Yeah, I mean Huskar's OP.
either.
You should just ban it at first phase.
Dude, no, don't. Oh my god. Everyone wanted to ban the TA, and I'm like, I want to ban the Huskar, and they said Nier doesn't play Huskar, and I'm like, it's a bad in Huskar. How difficult can it be? And then they locked it.
Honestly, if a team has a Huskar player, they can just pick it at 8 every game if their Huskar player is actually really good.
Yeah, that hero's fucking something else.
Because beating that hero requires a lot of high level spell casting from all of the members contributing to the kill on the Huskar. If the Huskar player is good, I mean, if he's bad, it doesn't matter. But
what are you trying to say about our team?
I'm not saying about lads teams in general. I'm just saying not every lads team has like.
No, it's fine if you want to flame Hull. Like I'm here for it. I'll join you.
I'm just speaking generally about lads.
Can I get a statement on Filsky's gameplay in this series?
Dude, Filsky has actually been carrying us, I think, through every
that
single
was
series.
Just not what I wanted.
What do you mean you don't think you wanted me to just talk some shit about him?
Okay, so
I can't.
About how,
there's a lot of things about Filsky you could talk shit about. I was just thinking you could bring up any of them, right?
I'm just enamored.
He did a really good job after being Porous Slardar, because when you're Porous Slardar, your hero's dog shit. Like if you don't like win lane and then get a bunch of kills, or you go Mask of Madness, I guess, and you pretend you're Nightfall and you hit creeps for like 10 minutes or whatever. Like that hero's like one of the worst heroes in Dota if you don't like snowball an early lead. But somehow he was really impactful, like despite the fact that like he had the reverse of an early lead.
Yeah, he didn't have an early lead, and then our Sand King went a farming build, and then our PA got shit on in lane, and then it was like, well, who do we make plays with? The Omni Knight. That's the one right there. Cello played pretty well too, though. To be fair.
Yeah, we were a bit sussed out by the Spare Vessel, but he was poning hard.
Mm-hmm.
He hit such an important break on the AM at one point. Like
was that the top fight? I think
no, the mid fight where
it was mid. It was actually kind of funny because AM got force-staffed out by his teammate, but then AM decided he wanted to fight, and then he ran back in, and he took one hoodwink break, and then like he immediately collapsed.
That was when I was dead, right? Because I was like, yeah, the game's pretty much over here, I feel.
Yeah.
And then AM died, and I'm like, wait a minute.
Hold.
We got Comeback Gold, the new mechanic, or not new mechanic, but buffed mechanic slightly.
I was actually thinking you should get a Rapier like as your third item, but it turns out that you didn't need it that early.
Yeah, I don't know. I was Cello was the one that suggested it, and I was like, I don't know. It felt like really bad, especially when Nier had the butterfly, and then I think it just like the idea was like you don't kill the AM, just kill everybody else, and then hope for the best, and that seemed to do a pretty good job.
All right, we're going to wrap it up now. Any more pressing questions for our man Sanaga before we end it?
No, but I hope all the viewers and players have a lovely night and have a lot of fun, everyone. Dota's a good game. Everyone should have a good time.
Let's go around in our circle. Start with Rook. Thank you for joining us.
I just gave my closing statement.
Okay, we'll go over Bright Side. You got any final words, call out, shout out, say the people Bright Side?
Yeah, I gotta shout out to Filski. He's the coolest Polish player I know.
And we'll move it over to Sonic God. Congratulations. Over to top 4 once again. Any final words, call outs, shout outs?
League of Lads has to deal with another week of Hull remaining in playoffs, and I'm here for it.
We know.
And that's all everyone wants. I know.
We know.
Wait, before we close, I want to shout out to Andy at the analyst desk for his riveting takes on Dust.
Yeah, he said one thing, but the one thing was so immensely
It was so
accurate.
true, bro. Oh my god.
100% accuracy, so you know what? You gotta go with it sometimes. My name's Badger. Thank you for tuning in tonight for a victory for Polar Ass 2-1 over the Feast of US East. I'll be back Monday nights, 9:30 EST. Booba Enthusiast taking on Metaverse Esports. I'll be joined by Logical. If you want to hire me and Logical to cast your pro tournaments, contact me on Twitter, twitter.com/BadgerDota2 or Discord Badger5713. For now, though, thank you to those who subbed. Thanks to those who followed. Thanks to everyone who tuned on in. And for now, thank you for watching, and as always, have a great night.